The following podcast contains strong language and alternative facts. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Heel Podcast. Over the airwaves and under the influence, we are Turning Heel.
Hello there, my podcast friend. I'm here to talk with you again. We will be talking Summerslam and NXT Brooklyn 3 and Jinder Mahal beating Shinsuke. And more on the Turning Heel podcast after dark.
I'm not sure how well that actually turned out, to be perfectly honest, because you were stupidly quiet when you're singing.
I was put on my disturbed voice there. So, hello internet, it's me, the Griz. I am here.
Grammy award-winning the Griz.
We are here to talk
And he's
about
also a baldy
SummerSlam.
bastard now.
Oh, well, yeah, that's exactly why I'd done it. Baldy bastard had to sing like him from Disturbed, didn't I?
I'm pretty sure that once this goes out, you're not actually going to hear your voice at all.
Oh, God.
Which is quite sad.
Well,
But
we'll
we'll see how it goes.
Just try and jack up in post. Anyway, as you can hear, there's Chris motherfucking Hughes.
Hello. I was happy on Saturday, miserable on Sunday.
And joining us once again, back from the teeth doctor, is Craig Hermit.
Ahoy! Yeah, that's
fucking
it.
hoy.
Motherfucking hoy.
Well, this is Turning Heel After Dark because it is nearly 20 to 10 in fucking night because these two schlubs kept putting the podcast off all day.
Fuck you, motherfucker. I was working, biatch.
And I've been feeling shit all day. I'm actually putting out a
And
lot
whose
of
fault
effort to
is
be
that?
here. Shh.
Life to
Exactly.
make money.
And see, because of that, we're actually doing another Skype episode. Ooh, interwebs.
It was going to be a Skype episode to begin with, anyway.
Well,
It was like 4 o'clock today we decided this was going to be a Skype episode.
yeah, pretty much.
So
Pardon me?
stop blaming the fact you're a lazy bastard on me.
Planning.
Not blaming fat lazy bastard. Plus, also, what if I fucking came over at 8 o'clock and you're like, I don't feel well.
I'd have fought through.
Fuck through, fuck's sake. So, right, we've got a lot to talk about and probably all the time in the world to do it since we're on Skype. So
We are literally going to have like what I can only describe as like my Jekyll and Hyde moment tonight.
yeah,
Because I'm going to be so fucking happy talking about NXT, and then I'm just going to want to watch the world burn talking about SummerSlam.
I think that's pretty much the same as every fan out there who watched both.
Right. Okay. Would
Do it,
I
do it.
blow anyone's mind if we talked about SummerSlam first?
And
I
end
might
the show.
I'd actually be okay with that, to be honest. Then we can end the show with me basically going, yay!
Yeah. Should we talk about that little bit of news that came out first?
Which one?
Yeah.
It's a couple of bits of news over the last 24 hours.
Well, the one that I originally brought up in our chat.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Not much is known about it, but Dana Brooks' boyfriend was found dead in his home today, or this morning even. So thoughts out to Dana and the family and whatnot at this time.
Thoughts and prayers.
Definitely.
Yeah. What else news-wise do you have?
You sound like a man who doesn't know about the big injury.
Injuries, man.
Asuka.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it's that big a deal. Everyone's fucking freaking out that she's going to strip her the title. No, they're not. She's out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Like in NXT, you can get away with that. She literally only has to work 2 days of those 6 to 8 weeks.
And
She doesn't have to wrestle. I mean, like, how many times...
She can be there, she can still be there and do things.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, she barely wrestles on television anymore.
I genuinely think that they should go down the route of maybe just having her refuse to defend the title now and just be like, I've beaten everybody, why the fuck should I?
Yeah.
And then that's their way round her injury for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, like, even have her come out. Like, she could still maybe do squash matches. She could come out and then, like, have fucking Liv Morgan come out and then she can just, like, do, like, a flying kick or something like that. Like, a roundhouse kick and just knock her the fuck out in, like, 5 seconds.
No, have her do number one contender. Do number one contender matches and have her stand in the runway, the actual rampway, watching it with, like, basically the camera, and whoever wins does that camera view where you've got the champion challenger type thing. Have that for a couple of weeks. Do it that way, or just and stuff like that.
See the way around it, in my opinion, the way around it is to do when it comes to the live finals of the Mae Young Classic.
Nice.
Have her in the front row for them, just staring everybody down. Then she doesn't need to get physical at all doing that.
If this was recorded, if the Mae Young Classic hadn't already been recorded, I would have liked for her to have just been there the whole tournament, scouting
totally.
absolutely everybody.
That's what. Hopefully they do have footage of her there. Even if they have to exaggerate the footage to make it look like she's there watching every single match and stuff, then they'll get away with this injury. This injury's not a big deal.
No.
No. 6 to 8 weeks is not bad.
The big deal injury that they've got just now is Big Cass.
Yep.
I see what you've done there.
No, yeah. I didn't even mean to do that. But yeah, that's what I did. But yeah, I watched Raw live last night. Well, most of it. And,
see, I thought that was a fake injury.
So did I, watching it live, and I was watching it with Rob. And I actually turned around to him and I was like, that was a really good spot. I was like, that looked fucking brutal.
Because I thought the whole point
then as it turns out, it's not worked. And he did genuinely collapse trying to do the fucking Empire Elbow.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But I thought the whole point of the injury was so that they could give Enzo a win without him having to beat Cass.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
It made so much sense.
I thought that as well, but it's definitely genuine. It's 100% genuine.
Yep.
He's going for an MRI scan tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah.
To get because see, after I watched it, let's say I watched it and I was like, that was a really cool spot because that looked brutal. But see, watching it back now, we know that he genuinely did get injured. I just couldn't see how you could fake that, man. His knee just buckles underneath him.
Aye. It looked as if he was just really trying to be like, he probably was going to hit the Empire Elbow and then just finish it off, but just the way he kind of went to jump and just collapsed, and it's like,
yeah, his knee totally gave way from under him.
That was either good selling or legitimate, and now we know it's legitimate.
Yeah. So 3 really bad bits of news there.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode's backstage at SmackDown tonight, though, apparently.
Yep, that's true story.
Did you see the photo of Bobby Roode's entrance breaking, like, partway through his entrance at TakeOver?
No.
No? Like, something happened to his video screen on like, the ramp. I'll try and see if I can find the photo during during our chatter and see if I can show you it. But if you just want to get started,
Yeah.
So we're going to go. We're going to go SummerSlam then NXT then.
Yeah.
Right.
End on a high, man.
Oh, give me 2 minutes to pull the SummerSlam card up.
Well, I remember what match number 1 is.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't bother to like announce this in advance. So like, your first match was an empty arena match. It was The Miz and the Miztourage versus generic theme Jason Jordan and the Hardy Boys.
Mhm.
And it was just funny in the way that the second like the wrestlers came to the ring, it just almost seemed as if like the camera guys were just like, oh fuck, there's nobody here. Put a shot of everyone standing outside so that it makes it look like people are actually coming to this show.
Allegedly, what happened, from what I heard anyway, was that there was an issue with the doors being open in time.
That is
and
what
the
happened.
doors were open.
The doors were playing before SummerSlam?
Fuck off. And the doors were open like 30, 40 minutes late, and that's why there was no one in the fucking arena for the match. There was supposed to be half an hour for the arena to fill up.
But no one's there.
Supposedly though, fucking the Hardys and the Miz are seriously pissed about it.
I know. Well, like, did you hear the Miz's like remark on Raw the next night? He's like, "So this is what a sold-out Barclays Center looks like. I wouldn't know."
Miz owned Raw that night, by the way.
Miz's promo last night was fucking phenomenal. It was just
fuck
such a fuck
people.
you to everybody. And that's what's great
Fuck
about
all
the
you
Miz.
people that ever thought the Miz was bad.
Do you know what? Some people still think the Miz is bad, and that fucking pisses me off.
I don't get
Baffles
that.
me.
Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, Griz, did you just say it hassles you?
It baffles me.
Baffles, I thought it hassles.
Well,
But
it
yeah,
hassles me as well.
same difference, I agree. Wholeheartedly. But yeah, so Miz and Miztourage went over, which I think was the right decision.
Yep, with Miz pinning Jordan.
Yep, which in my opinion should put him out of a title picture. Or out of the title picture.
Yeah, a little bit, I would say. Because, I mean, but Jason Jordan, did he even pin Miz in the six-way that was on Raw?
Not to my knowledge.
I don't think he did.
No.
In fact, I don't even think he was involved in the decision at all. I think it was the Hardys that won. Maybe wrong, but regardless, like, it just seems as if right now Jason Jordan doesn't really have a leg to stand on when it comes to Intercontinental qualification.
I turned. I went to bed last night, maybe just after the second hour of Raw had finished, because I was shattered and pissed. But like, I haven't seen the match, but the fact they're even doing Jason Jordan versus Finn Balor scares the fucking life out of me.
It was not exciting.
Yeah, it was so unexciting.
I actually don't even know the result.
Again.
I actually don't even know the result of that match, and I'm fucking terrified that Jason Jordan beat Balor.
He didn't, I don't think. Not that I recall. It was
He
like...
Oh, thank fuck for that.
What? Aye, that's fine.
That match getting announced actually cemented to me that I was going to bed. Just in case.
Shit, yo.
Right, so the second match on the pre-show was Neville and Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, well done. You've been practicing.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
And pointless cruiserweight title switch number 406.
Well, it's like 5.
Still a pointless cruiserweight title switch. If they were fucking just going to put it back on Neville, then just fucking give him it to begin with.
I know, it made no sense.
See, from a marketing point of view, I can get the attempt, even though just how stupid it is. Like, the idea of going, hey, you're watching into the pre-show to watch the title match again, and a shock horror before Raw, the title switches, and we'll see if he can gain the title back. Which then again, Neville got the title back, which, as per usual, which again, I've said to friends before that it's just something missing from the cruiserweight division, and especially this title match. Like, you got Neville, who is exceptional, and there's just something about it that just doesn't emotionally, it doesn't grab me. But you know what? I mean, even what's later on is 205 Live is having another rematch between the two of them. Another rematch, which we've had, what's that, 3 matches in the space of 2 weeks practically, or is it 4 matches in the space of 2? How the fuck does this make any sense anymore? I mean, like, they built Tawaza up, which was good. It was good. They actually had someone who looked incredible. Don't get me wrong. Titus O'Neil can fuck off because he just fucking annoys me. He just doesn't. I just don't like it. I understand maybe, you know what, Titus Brand actually getting some gold, good times, might make it seem like something important. Then losing it within a week was it even a week? It might not even been like less than a week.
Less than a week. He went on Raw last week and then lost it on the pre-show.
It just... It's a case of... The thing that's when I heard about this, I thought, fuck, hot potato title, switch all over again. But it doesn't need it.
Chris Swan had it for about 2 months.
Aye. But that's it.
You might mean Brian Kendrick hot potato. He had it for about 3 weeks.
And that's it. And like, I get the point of having, like, I'll be bluntly honest, the most important thing...
Sorry, I'm the only person that watches 205 Live, like, in the world. So...
I actually don't mind 205 Live. The only reason I don't watch 205 Live anymore, it's nothing to do with the quality of wrestling or the people that's on it. It's the fact I'm really struggling to watch SmackDown, and I know if I watch 205 Live, I'm going to get SmackDown spoiled.
Yeah.
No, you really don't. Like, they honestly don't talk about SmackDown. There's probably, like, there was, like, 1 or 2 occasional times where you would turn on 205 and there would still be shit happening from SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was one time where, like, AJ Styles didn't get out of the ring yet, so there was, like, we're here on 205 Live, SmackDown has just ended, but AJ Styles still making his way to the back. And then that was really about it, but it's not like you go to 205 and they're like, oh, well, earlier on tonight on SmackDown, Shinsuke Nakamura came out and da-da-da.
Yeah,
treat it
okay.
as if it's his own show.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
That's true. But, you know, what I'd love to see Neville actually doing, like, I don't know what else they can do with Neville, apart from, because the thing is, Graves said this about the Neville and the Cruiserweight title, like, Neville values the Cruiserweight title championship like nothing else.
That's what's great about him.
Exactly. That's the
I know,
thing.
God forbid a champion actually cared about their title.
That's exactly it. And the thing is, they need someone who wants that title just as much, or at least portray that's how much they want the title. That's why we liked Aries' feud with them, because that's what we got there. We haven't had that, or at least someone who conveys as much as that's what they want with the Cruiserweight Championship. We need emotion.
The great thing about Neville having lost the title, like, it was just his mannerisms throughout this entire weekend. See, any time he was on screen, like, whether that be on the Takeover pre-show or during Takeover or any interviews he did or any fucking press he did, he looked miserable every time.
Oh, yeah. But, like, more so than just character miserable.
Yeah.
Like, you look genuinely gutted. Like I says, I think it was on the last podcast. We done a podcast between Raw and SummerSlam, didn't we?
Yes.
I'm sure we did. Yeah. And I was talking about how he showed up in 205 Live, and it actually looked like he didn't leave the gear that he was wearing since he lost the match. So he kind of just spent, like, as soon as he lost, he just kind of wandered about, like, just in his gear. Like, his hair was a mess. It was, like, pure dry and gross looking, and it looked like he had no sleep. It just looked like as soon as he lost the match, he just went for a long fucking walk for, like, the next day, and then just kind of showed up for 205, just like, like, eyes bugging out his head, panda eyes down to about fucking here next to his nose, gross hair, and he was, like I said, he was in his gear, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just didn't get changed or anything, because he was just that disheveled and upset about losing this belt.
Which means
and then
the
just the
world
fun. I know, exactly. And then just the funny thing he said was, like, he got, like, a countdown clock on the screen, and he's like, here's my present to you. This is a countdown for how long you're going to get to keep the Cruiserweight title. I can't do accent.
That was the closest you've ever been, to be fair. On first attempt, anyway.
But and then the fact that it's actually true. Like, Akira Tozawa held the title for about 5 days and some change.
Right, the next match, and I'm going to hit you with a Bubba fact. Okay? This next match...
With your best shot?
This next match was the second longest match on the card.
Hey.
And it was only...
It was probably one of the best.
It was only 1 minute and 25 seconds shorter than the longest match on the card.
Wow.
And it was on the pre-show. The Usos versus the New Day.
And it was probably one of the best matches of the entire fucking show.
It was.
Yep, second longest on the card, and it was less than a minute and a half shorter than the longest.
That's insane.
Nuts, isn't it?
I mean, why did I don't think Natalya and Naomi should have been on the main card. Let's face it, does anyone really care?
I'm with you. Yeah, no, I'm with you. There's a few matches I don't think needed to be on the main card. To be honest, see if I really had to pick who I was putting on the undercard. On the pre-show, in order to put the Usos and New Day on the main card. Big Show and Cass.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, this is cool. I'm on a what do you call it? A Facebook group now, and I'm trying to look for this photo that I mentioned, but someone that was in the crowd at NXT like got the video of Adam Cole like making his way through the crowd to jump into the ring to do the finishing sequence of the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a really cool little thing there.
Yeah.
Send it to the group chat. I would quite like to see that once we're finished.
I'll see what I can do. I'm still trying to find this fucking photo though. I'm certain it was in this group chat, but I guess it wasn't.
So yeah, Usos versus New Day. The Usos won. Another title changed.
Two
So
title changes and we didn't even get fucking started yet.
Yep. But
the thing is though about the New Day winning the titles, it's like, what was the point in putting them on the New Day to begin with? Because as soon as the New Day have those belts, then that's them accomplished that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, what are the New Day going to do now?
See, in terms of like, if the grand scheme of things, it technically makes the New Day look incredibly weak in the way that, well, for one, like they held the Raw tag team titles for well over a year, and they can't hold the SmackDown tag team titles for a month. Yeah. And then two, the fact that on SmackDown the Usos beat the New Day, and then I think it was it you, Chris, that says like, oh well, we know what's going to happen at the pay-per-view then, like, and the New Day's going to win, and then they didn't do that either. Yeah. So essentially, the Usos
that's a good thing though, where we've now become so accustomed that if that match happened on SmackDown, we're like, all right, okay, fine, the New Day's win the pay-per-view. That's a good thing that didn't happen, but it's poor booking to get to that stage.
I know. Aye.
If that doesn't sound stupid.
It's just like we said with the last match, fucking what do you call it? Title hot potato. It just made no sense.
My biggest problem with WWE just now, right? This is a problem they had in maybe the early 2010s with this 50-50 booking that they seem to like to do. So it's 1-1, 1-1 rubber match, 1-1, 1-1 rubber match, and that's kind of the way it's going just now with pretty much more or less this entire card. Because they've done Tozawa, Neville, rubber match tonight. Yuri, Usos, probably a rubber match at some point in the very near future. Cena, Corbin, okay, that's done. Natalya and Naomi, we'll probably do the same thing. Big Cass and Enzo. Maybe they were planning on doing the same thing, but obviously we know Big Cass get injured. Orton Rusev may or may not do it, but yeah, like, it just seems so fucking set in stone just now that they're just doing this 50-50 back and forth, one win rubber match.
I know, it's so boring these days. Like, because it's pretty much just expected at this point, to the point where, like, as soon as you see one person start feuding with another person, you're instantly just like, hey, we'll know how this is going to go.
Finn Balor,
it makes me wonder.
Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt is another example of that.
Sorry.
So much better in every sense of the word. We've spoke about this on other podcasts, not on other podcasts, on other podcasts we've had, where Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor would have been an exceptional match. The Demon versus Bray Wyatt, the man who is about as dark as they come, and maybe we're jumping into more match than we should, but the fact is, it could have been so much more.
Well, see the fact they gave away that Balor was going to be the Demon.
Yep.
It's like even in the pre-show, they're like the Demon Finn Balor.
The fact is, they gave the match first.
And they had the match graphic.
Yeah, it sounds the Demon. And it's like, okay, they could have dropped the hints. They could have done Bray Wyatt caking him in blood on Raw, and then Balor going, he thinks he's got demons, well, he ain't met mine, or something like that. And then it's still booked as Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. He comes out in the makeup. We all know he's coming out in the makeup anyway at that point, but it's still good. But for them just to go, oh yeah, all of a sudden he's a different guy, just like that. What? Anyway, we'll get to that when we start talking about it. But yeah, so the Usos go over the New Day, and they are SmackDown Tag Team Champions again. I'm going to shut up during this next one.
I think I couldn't find the photo, like the proper photo, but I found someone recording the entrance of Bobby Roode, and you can clearly see from that, like, the fucked up patterns and all that. That's clearly not meant to be there.
Yeah.
See it?
Nah, not really.
Right. What I'll do is, like,
screen's too bright, man. It's just lots of bright colours.
I know. What I'll try and do is I'll try and put the video in the group chat, and then let's see. It would help if I knew how to fucking do this.
Anyway, it's not.
Yeah. You were saying, what match are you going to shut up about?
Aye.
The opening match of the main card: John Cena versus Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Wow. God, all of a sudden they just really hate Baron Corbin, don't they?
Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but from what I've read, apparently this is to do with his conduct on social media.
Because he's been
because he's being a heel,
deleting people or some shit.
No. Apparently, he was being a heel to some of the men in the armed forces. That's apparently.
Oh yeah, that's right. I heard that.
Fuck's sake! I presume that these men in the armed forces were throwing him fucking banter and insults.
Aye, probably.
Which he only just fucking replied to.
Ridiculous.
I heard it was because he'd blocked WWE staff.
I would block WWE staff.
Aye.
I block people I work with even now.
And your boss isn't fucking feeding you to John Cena.
See, when staff include the Road Dogg that claim that absolutely everything that you see on TV is fucking fantastic, and you're a stupid moron for having opinions different. Like, yeah, I would probably block him as well.
Yeah, Road Dogg, the man who said that wins and losses don't really matter.
Well, it doesn't really matter to him. He lost half his career anyway, so.
And he's still probably going to go into the Hall of Fame at some point.
Yeah.
Hey, it pays to be Trips' pal.
Yeah, him and Billy Gunn. Nice.
To be fair, though, I did like the Outlaws, but yeah, he didn't have a Hall of Fame career, but he's going to go in with one.
Well, let's face it. Half the people that are in the Hall of Fame right now didn't really have Hall of Fame careers.
Well, China's sitting there fucking with a dildo up her arse in her grave.
Go, have you got a parrot? Yeah.
Not going into the Hall of Fame. But yeah, that's a different matter for a different podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cena and Corbin, I'm done, man. Like, I want to moan, but I feel as if I moan, I'm just repeating the things I've been saying for the last month or so on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so done with WWE. Like, I'm fed up, but like that 95% of this card annoyed and disappointed me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's exactly right. I mean, there's parts of this card you would sit there and go, well, hold on, there's other things I've said to people is, see if you watch this match, like, see if you're a business, which WWE is. What would you, like, what fans would sit there and go, I need to sell this, apart from the main event and one of the other, in the pre-show match between maybe a tag team match and another tag team match. What one would you sit there and go, this is the one to showcase our second biggest show of the year? And that's how they were building it.
There's two matches on this card that I would say we're going to do that.
There you go.
One was John Cena, Baron Corbin. We all know how that went. And the other was Randy Orton and Rusev. We all know where that went. Those were the two matches that they literally could have built stars out of those two matches. And instead, they turned... You know the phrase, turning chicken shit to chicken salad?
Yeah.
Well, in this case, they turned chicken salad to chicken shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like,
And,
honestly,
like, see watching Raw yesterday, right? We won't get too much into Raw, but we'll reference it where necessary. See watching Raw yesterday, like, I don't know if you've seen my post on Facebook. I was watching it, Cena came out, and then Reigns interrupted him. And I was like, if WWE really want to push Cena as an absolute super babyface, then this is literally genius booking. If I put him against Reigns, and then what happened? They fucking teamed up together.
Well, we
And
knew
it's
that
just
was...
like...
You will hold on. If that type of thing, well, WWE's probably going to be doing the same thing they did with Rock and Cena. Have them tag teaming until, Mania or something along those lines. And they did it well with The Miz, though. The Miz owned that shit. I mean, he basically turned around. That is what people were talking about on social media. The big thing that people were talking about was supposed to be Cena and Reigns. But afterwards, all people were talking about was The Miz.
Because The Miz is great.
because nobody gave a shit about the other two that were in that fucking segment.
That's it, really.
You both suck.
Honestly,
you both
I would
suck.
say
You both suck.
exactly.
You both suck.
Needless say anymore. I thought Raw's crowd was fucking amazing last night, other than the beach balls.
Fuck off, beach balls.
Oh, by the way, apparently there was several members of the crowd ejected last night.
Chucked out. Aye.
Over the beach balls.
Because one of the beach balls went over the barricade,
yeah.
And so I guess technically that meant throwing stuff at the ring.
Yep.
Good.
And allegedly, WWE is now going to be placing beach balls on their list of prohibited items, which if you want to throw back to our WrestleMania episodes, you'll find that I'm fucking delighted about.
Absolutely.
I'm all for that, to be bluntly honest. I mean, I do not get the whole point of someone bringing a beach ball to a wrestling event. If you paid that amount,
beach ball, go to the fucking beach.
Yeah, if you paid that amount of money to go to a wrestling event, what the fuck is the point of you actually bringing a beach ball? And the whole entire point, it's like those people that stand looking at a wall going, I'm going to ignore this match. You paid money to look at a wall. What the fuck? It makes no fucking sense to me. It just, I just don't get it at all. Pay to actually see the wrestling show. Don't pay to basically fucking around with a beach ball. It makes no fucking sense to me at all.
Trying to get yourself over.
The whole beach ball thing, as you both know by listening to me rant over WrestleMania weekend, nah, fuck it. It drives me fucking nuts. I hate them. I don't understand why people do it. Beach ball mania. Fuck off.
You can fuck right off with that shit right there.
Because Because the people that do it aren't witty enough to get funny chants over. So they have to be like, I'll be the beach ball guy. People will cheer for me then.
No. I hate you people.
One of my highlights from WrestleMania weekend when it comes to the beach balls was Kenny from Inside the Ropes. Literally popping every single one of them that he could catch.
That's hilarious.
And the shit he was getting. He ended up in the dirt sheets over it. Like, one fan pops 6 beach balls or something like that. And I'm like, do you know what? Fucking good on you, mate.
I know, well done.
Good shout out to Inside the Ropes, though. They announced who they've got for the new tour in January. Shawn Michaels.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah. But no, I'll be honest, Kenny, fucking yes. I would happily join him, busting those fuckers all the time, 24/7, 365. I do not see the point of it.
It was one of those things we could just see, like, from where we were sitting, we were in a box because, you know, we are fucking important. Like, from where we were sitting, we could just see this one guy popping each one of them. And fucking Eddie's like, that's genius. And I was like, yep. Then we looked and I was like, that kind of looks like Kenny. And then as we found out on the internet the next day, it was Kenny.
Legend. Let's put him up a notch in my book. Let's put him at notch 1.
Hey, come on now, you. Put those cat claws away.
Wow. Nah, so, that was a line from Starsky and Hutch, the remake. I think it was Snoop Dogg that said that.
So yeah, John Cena went over Baron Corbin
in a pretty crappy match, which John Cena didn't need to win.
No, he didn't, and he was not going to be there. If anybody needed to win that match, it was Corbin.
And also, the way that Corbin didn't even come out like looking as if he was annoyed that he lost Money in the Bank. The whole thing that I was getting on about the other day.
Yeah.
Like he needed to come out and look like he was.
He was not on the Neville level of having just lost during the week.
Yeah.
I know. Ridiculous.
But the thing with Corbin is, like, I really want Corbin to do well. I don't understand why people don't like him. I don't get it. Like, I know people go, oh, he's not a very good wrestler. He's been wrestling for 3 years. Fuck me, Jinder Mahal's probably been wrestling for about 50 and he's pissing all. But at least Corbin's came on a stupid amount in 3 years. Then there's guys on the indie scene that have been wrestling 3 years that aren't as good as Baron Corbin.
I'm going to bring it back to a marketing standpoint here, right? I don't get it. You build up someone for a good 2 years, right? Regardless of whether the fans like him or not, he's not supposed to be liked. He's a bad guy. That's the entire point. And you've built him up to actually being a credible guy, so much so he wins the Money in the Bank. And whether or not he's fucked up somewhere, you're punishing him. He's literally undoing all the 2 years' work that people have done previously. From a marketing standpoint, where how are you supposed to sell someone's T-shirts, sell anything of taking that person seriously, not just in the short term, but the long term, if you destroy him in a match like that easily? From a business point of view, it makes no fucking sense.
Oh, yeah. And there's a match coming up later on that makes even less sense.
Yeah.
But we'll get there when we get there.
It's just, like you were saying, like, Corbin needed to fucking win this match. Just because it made it, like, on SmackDown, it was made to look like such a fucking moron, essentially.
Yeah.
And just the most unintentional way. And I just thought it was, like, absolutely ridiculous. And then he goes on to SummerSlam and then loses as well.
Yeah.
Just didn't see the fucking point.
I genuinely believe that this backstage heat people are talking about is a thing, because I can't fathom why they would crush the person they were building to be their next guy.
I don't think there was talks of him becoming WWE champion by the time 2017 has ended, and it's like, but is he now? Right? Because Let's face it, we've not exactly got
No
a lot
chance.
of 2017 left, and he's been made to look like a complete chump.
Yeah.
The only hope, in my opinion, for Baron Corbin to be who he should be is to be switched over to Raw. Now, he needs a complete fresh start.
It's basically
Complete clean
reset.
slate. A Jinder Mahal-esque clean slate.
But the thing is, if he gets moved over to Raw now, he'll just be back on the same show as Cena. And I think that could be even worse for him. So I think maybe keeping them on SmackDown. I think maybe taking them off a telly for a couple of weeks might be a good shout.
Did a superstar shake-up / draft get announced on Raw yesterday?
No.
No, so it's probably not going to happen then in that case.
I've heard it was meant to be in like September. So
yeah, but
maybe
you
another...
think they would have announced it after SummerSlam to keep it that nice wee 6 month.
Oh no, the big announcement was John Cena. That was it. No, they're not going to announce a big announcement or tease a big announcement if John Cena's doing his big announcement.
Yeah, but fuck John Cena.
Well, that's the thing. His big announcement was him being on the Raw, which was Kurt Angle's big announcement on Raw,
which was given away months ago.
Yeah,
by the fact
exactly.
it was announced for just about every fucking Raw show between now and Survivor Series.
Pretty much.
And like ever since he returned, he was free agent John Cena. Like they started calling him free agent John Cena so much that free agent might as well have been his fucking new nickname. Like he should have been ring announced to the ring as making his way to the ring. Free agent John Cena.
Yeah.
It's John Cena.
Fuck you, Cena.
Right, so say what you will, but I would say that this has been one of John Cena's worst runs in a long time. Like, I kind of just got to the point where it's like, I can't even be bothered disliking you anymore. But
in
now
fairness, I actually think it's a run-of-the-mill, half-decent mid-card run, which is good. That it is a genuine mid-card run.
I don't know. I just think ever since like he's kind of came back, he's just annoyed me so fucking much, and I don't understand why. Like I just feel as if like he's been his absolute corniest to the point where it's just like, oh my god, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because he's a cunt. Right. Next up, I don't really think we need to spend too much time on this one. Natalya versus Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Natalya goes over by submission. Natalya goes over by submission, and the world kept turning. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Natalya made Naomi tap out, and the whole crowd just went,
yeah, fair enough.
No complaints. No.
No, the whole crowd probably went, I could have really went for nachos.
Like I said during last week's episode, WWE like to do this with Natalya. They'll give her a good run at some point of doing something, and then she'll disappear into obscurity for another 3 years. So no doubt Carmella's probably going to be the one to take the title off her by cashing in, and then that'll be it.
Here's hoping.
Or Charlotte.
Nah.
I don't think we're going to see Charlotte for a few weeks.
I'm talking like
definitely.
Survivor Series style.
Sorry?
Survivor Series style. Let's go Charlotte versus Natalya. Survivor Series women's title match. Gonna call it.
Okay. That's
not bad shout.
Craig Hermit's prediction. I don't think we're going to see Charlotte for potentially a couple of months on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Until,
for obvious reasons.
Until we find out what happens with Rickles.
Yep. So we just skip on from that match then. There's not really much to say there.
Let's face it, this match was quite long, but I have a feeling that we're going to spend longer talking about the next match, which was about 20 times shorter.
No,
wait, it's not the next match.
It's not the next match. The next match is Big Cass versus the Big Show in the Battle of the Big Cunts.
Should just chuck Big E in this match as well, and
Why
had
not?
a fucking field day.
Big versus big versus big.
They got Big Boss Man's grave and fucking throw him in there.
Right, okay, Griz.
A wee bit far. But anyway, best moment of this match was watching Enzo get kicked in the face full on when he came down from the cage. Best moment ever.
This is literally all this whole feud has been. It's like Enzo's like, oh, I'll save you, Big Show. It's like it was like that episode of The Simpsons when Willie kept trying to like save Bart in like the Treehouse of Horrors episode, and he just kept dying in like every story. And he's just like, ugh, I'm bad at this.
But
If you watched the fucking Simpsons, you would have fucking.
But there was much of this match that, you know what, it was so boring. Like,
Oh yeah.
Enzo talking now puts me off. Like, he's like that most annoying little fucker who's just talks, and that's annoying. And I'm a small guy who talks, and that annoys me. You know what I mean? And
He's like that kid in school, like the kid in class that just wants to constantly show off. Like, obviously, like when we were all in school, we all like to have a little bit of banter every now and again and get a bit of rise out of our friends. But like, Enzo was literally the kind of guy that just keeps doing it to the point where half the class are like, right, dude, go and shut the fuck up now.
pretty much. That's exactly what it is. But he is just so repetitive and annoying. And the thing is, again, I'm just going to say this again. What was the point of, like, did anyone come off good in this match? Like, when you sit back and go, that match was, this guy, he's going to come off looking good. What was the point of having a second biggest show of W's year and not have people come off this? Like, you had big show, big cast, and more, what's his name, Enzo in a cage. Didn't do anything with it, Enzo. He didn't look any better. He actually looked worse because he stripped down to his trousers and shit.
I think that's the only reason they put the shark cage in it. It's like, oh, do you know what would be funny? If Enzo lubed himself up and squeezed through the bars.
Apparently he's got a fear of heights, and that's why they did it. That's what the dirt sheets are saying.
The shark cage was shockingly low.
Yeah.
But obviously it made sense why when he squeezed out and then he hung off it so that he could drop into the ring and not break his ankles.
But the fact the shark cage was suspended so low, it was kind of like, yeah, Enzo's getting out of there.
Yeah, in some form or fashion.
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of liked Chris's idea. Like during the match, he was like, "Big Show or Cass is totally going to pull down that cage and like pull Enzo out of there." And I thought that would have been so much cooler if like fucking Cass just drug the cage down and would just like kind of opened it up or like kind of slapped Enzo about in the cage or something like that.
No, what they should have done was have Cass pull the cage down.
Yeah.
But have two false bars in it, so he could literally bend the bars to get Enzo out.
Oh, and then RoboCop comes out.
Not quite RoboCop comes out, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. But yeah, fucking, I'm finished with Enzo. Like, I've been saying this for a while.
It was fun for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, same shit, fucking different day.
You don't have to say that to me. I've been saying that for fucking months now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, this is the big talking point at SummerSlam, I think.
Here we go.
Randy Orton defeated Rusev by RKO in 10 seconds.
I think silence says more than words ever could.
Yep.
There we go. That was the match, by the way. That was 10 seconds. I just counted out there. That was the match.
There's rumours that Rusev has asked for his release, and I could completely believe them.
I don't fucking blame the guy.
No, that would be much better. But you know what? Anywhere else right now, he would get more exposure. He would actually get more money in the indie scene as well. And fuck it. What?
The worst part is the whole reason of like when he got put over his SmackDown, we thought this is going to be fucking fantastic. He's going to be
Rusev's
a main
going to
event
get a main
heel.
event push.
Yeah, he's going to be champion. He's going to come, going to run roughshod over SmackDown for fucking months to come, and it's going to be amazing. And instead, he came back like 2 months after he was scheduled to come back, and got handed John Cena in a flag match, which was absolute garbage. And then gets handed Randy Orton, which I thought could have been a good match, but instead they done this and had it end in 10 seconds, and it's like, what you push your young talent over Randy Orton, who hasn't gave a fuck in about 8 years.
Yeah.
Even his fucking arm ton, he just looks like he can't be arsed with that now. It's like, remember the days where he used to like pure extend the arms and like, God, I'm so great. Now he just kind of goes, fucks up his arms and his...
This was Orton in 2010.
Ah, look at that majestic.
This is Orton in 2017.
It's just like he pretty much just puts his arms up now and goes, "This is how much money I'm making."
Yeah, fuck you. And have you seen my wife?
My wife.
Number 1 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. Hey, you get to fuck. Yeah. Yeah. There's a fly trying to fly into my cider.
The Lord of the Flies is attacking Chris.
Dun, dun, dun.
But yeah, it's really sad how this Rusev story is going to go. I think all the potential in the world, but Vinny can't fucking stay away from his fucking Cenas and his Corbins. Sorry, Cenas and his Ortons. I don't even fucking know anymore.
But see, this is the exact thing we're talking about with Corbin. Like, this is really bad for Rusev, and he's going to need to build himself up a lot again. Not only the fact that he almost got the shit beat out of him by Chad Gable like a couple of weeks ago and just barely won, but I looked at that match more as that made Chad Gable look good. Yeah. And then I thought then Rusev would have looked good in this match with Orton, but no, he just looked like a complete fucking loser.
Yeah, that's it. He's a big name jobber now, which is fucking unbelievable when you think about who he is. He's got great wrestling skills. On promo stuff that he does when he's got the chance to do it, he's great. And the thing is, I just don't get it. Like, how, as you guys have said it, you've got Orton who doesn't give a fuck, and you've marketed the shit out of him already. Where's the future planning of? Do you actually turn around and go, by the way, here's Rusev, who you can market? I mean, he's got the credibility and the actual personality and the actual looks to market. But what are you going to do?
Rusev should be in the gender spot.
Oh, don't start me in the gender thing now.
I agree with you. He should be in the gender spot because at least he's believable in that spot.
Exactly.
Yeah. I would have been completely okay with Rusev beating Nakamura.
Oh, definitely. It made that would
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
It's wait till we get to that match. Oh my god.
I'm just going to mute my microphone and let you two talk about it. You heard all my profanities when we were watching it live.
I didn't even have any because I was so driven to I was so drugged out at that point. I was just like, I don't want to anymore.
Right, we'll try and skip over this next match as quickly as we can.
Yep.
Sasha Banks defeated Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship.
Another pointless title change.
Yeah. That's kind of my that's my feeling on it. It's like, alright, cool, fair dues.
Sick to death of Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
I don't even understand why the crowd like her so much.
I do understand why they like her so much because she's pretty cool, but she fucking, you can't just keep putting the title on her, taking it off her, putting it on her, taking it off her before it eventually gets boring. If they put the belt on her and gave her a 6-7 month run with it, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see if
but like
see if
like
they
you
do
say,
that now,
potato again.
then I would probably appreciate it. What?
like you say, it's hot potato again.
Mm.
No, you have it. You have it. You have it. You have it.
Interesting.
When it comes to
note.
Sasha's title reigns, none of them have ever been anything significant.
That's probably part of the reason why I stopped liking her. That's the reason why I don't give a fuck about Charlotte either. Like, none of you. Well, Charlotte held the belt for a long time and then lost it, then won it, then lost it, then won it, then lost it, then won it. And it's like, right, well, how am I supposed to take either of the two of you seriously if all you keep doing is losing the fucking belt all the time? At least Bayley held it for like a long period, and then Bliss held it for a long period. So see, unless Sasha holds this belt for another long period, then like I'm just looking at her as like a complete failure that crushes, like she caves under pressure, I guess. She caves under the pressure of being the champion. And if she loses it within the next, like, I'd say if she managed to hold it more than 3 months, I'm fucking going to be surprised.
Right, interesting note. See on the promo for No Mercy. It's
terrifying.
It's literally got a picture of, well, it's got Alexa Bliss standing in the middle, surrounded by about 20 different versions of herself doing some Alexa Bliss dance.
That advert scared the hell out of me.
I can't say I noticed it, but I was very drunk watching Raw last night.
It was on SummerSlam.
I was also very drunk watching SummerSlam. You were there, you witnessed it. I
think I was out the room at that point, or something like
that.
No,
fucking hiding in my toaster, you prick.
Nah, you've got too many cupboards. Fuck you.
Things happen.
There was a 3-person manhunt trying to find that toaster. To the point where, to the
nice
point.
To put the toaster back after I used it.
Yeah, no, and thank you for being considerate, but you put it back in the wrong cupboard.
You have like 50 cupboards. I took a shot.
It's even that. Like my mum was like that to me. Did you take a toaster upstairs? No. Why the fuck would I take the toaster upstairs? And she's like, oh, it's just we can't find it, and I thought it might be in your room. Yeah, that's what I do. I come home drunk and fucking hide the toaster in my room. But it turns out,
man, you're the toaster.
Well, I don't know. Like, my logic would have been a bit better. Like, knowing me, I'd probably do something like I'd buy like a loaf of bread and butter, and then just leave them in my room, and I'd just take the toaster up and just make toast until I fall asleep.
I would believe that.
I'd not eat a single slice. Just
But
I burnt that bit.
Bop.
Right, I'll try it again. I burnt that bit. Fuck.
I'm trying to get the most perfect bit of toast, motherfuckers.
No, I'd probably end up putting in toast, forgetting about it, and then like, oh no, that's my toast. I'm having a stroke. Oh no, I'm actually burning toast. Well, that bit's useless. Let's try again, and then forget about it again. Because obviously, when you're drunk, you get distracted really easy.
Yep.
You get distracted really easily normally.
Also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh.
This is our song of exalted joy because we only came to kick some ass. I don't know why that popped into my head there, but it did.
Nice.
I don't even. What was that?
It's a Tenacious D song.
Oh, I guess that's just one of the ones I don't know very well.
It's off the same album as Tribute. Oh, what's it called?
You know what? I've never actually listened to that album.
Really? The album's
No.
fucking great. We only came to kick some ass. Rock the fucking house and kick some ass. Smoke some hash.
Okay, I'm all in there.
Right, next up we've got Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, which Balor won. We could all see that coming. They gave away the fucking demon thing like we talked about, and overall it was a pretty pointless match on the show.
Yeah.
Like I said at the time that the match was happening, like, why are we supposed to believe that just because he paints himself, all of a sudden that makes him more oblivious to pain? Oblivious? I think that's the right word. But anyway. What?
We knew what you meant.
Subjective to pain.
Yeah.
Thank you, God.
It's...
But,
I'm seriously...
the whole logic.
I'm worried for Finn Balor.
Yeah, so am I. I've been worried ever since he came back.
Yeah.
I was quite okay with him coming back and not being anywhere near the title picture. I'm perfectly okay with that, but it's now getting to the point where he should be building momentum as a potential challenger, and he's not.
Nah.
So I'm worried now.
To be honest, do you know what I think it is? I think they're scared to put Finn Balor against Lesnar in case Finn Balor hurts himself again and is out for another 8 months.
It could be that. I don't necessarily think it is that, but it very well could be.
Lesnar is a bit reckless.
But they're teasing Balor versus Lesnar. And at the same time, like, as much as I'm worried for him, I'm kind of hoping that, see, the longer it goes that they're teasing this match, the more chance Finn's got to winning, because Lesnar ain't dropping that belt anytime soon.
Nah.
That's why I was quite happy for him to stay away from the main event just now. But I would still like to see him at least being portrayed as a threat, which I just don't feel it is just now.
No, he's not. That's the thing. He was. If you compare the careers of him coming back to what he was like when he got to Raw, it's two contrasting type of styles. Where the Finn Balor now, it's just something missing, and why that's fact is that the way he's been booked, or there's just something cold about him now. I don't mean that in a good way. There's something not as relatable to the fans, which I don't know what's going on, but that's what it seems to be. It's just, when I look at what he does now, it's just, I'm like, Like, case in point, he lost to Bray Wyatt first time, as we said. He then had this match, which there we go, even better than that, if he did what we said earlier, but we just didn't announce that he was going to be the Demon, he would at least have a shock value.
Yeah, like we said, all he had to say was on that Raw pay-per-view, if you think Bray Wyatt's got demons, wait till you see mine.
That's it.
Something like that.
That's all you needed.
You didn't have to have him basically go, I'm going to wear face paint on Sunday, and then start showing the match graphics of him with the face paint on. Do you know what I mean?
I know. See, that was the worst part.
Yeah.
Like, to Craig's point, what I think it is because he came in and within 3 weeks became the Universal Champion, and then now he's came back, he's not done anything to, like, even justify, like, him being anywhere near that top level where he was before he got injured.
Exactly, that's my point as well. I'm quite happy for him not to be hanging around Lesnar every week, but I would at least like to see him being built towards eventually doing that.
He's not even been facing main eventers recently.
Exactly, that's my point.
He had like a 2-month-long feud with Elias Sampson, and none of those matches even made it to fucking pay-per-view, which makes that even worse. He had a television feud with Elias, and it's like, oh, whoop-de fucking do. And then not only that, but technically he lost the feud.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, because Bray Wyatt interfered in the final match, didn't he?
Yeah, you're right. Oh well.
Hey, there you go. Griz talks a bit of sense sometimes. Who knew?
I pull one off every now and again.
Yeah, I bet you do.
You set yourself up for that shite right there.
You did, man. You walked right into that.
You fucking prick.
Hand over fist right there, mate. That's what it was.
Hey! We're 2 for 2.
Let's all just gang up and Griz. It's so hilarious.
Well, Rob's not here for me to gang up on, so you're the next easiest target.
We're still not ganging up when it comes to stuff like this. Fuck off.
Yeah, but like the fact that they had this whole match on Raw, which essentially made this match completely pointless, regardless of Finn Balor stuck some paint on.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knew what was going to happen. The second that he put on the face paint, all of a sudden that means he's invincible Finn Balor, and that was it. Like, Finn Balor was going to win. And he did. So, yay for him, I guess.
And then he goes straight into a fucking match with Jason Jordan, which I didn't see, so I don't know if anything else happened. But yeah.
Oh, well, he got a remix of his shitty theme song, so it's slightly less shitty now, but yeah.
Well, he got a what Jason Jordan did?
Yeah.
I thought he meant Finn Balor there, and I was like, his theme song's pretty good.
Aye.
There you go.
Right.
On to a match.
WWE Raw Tag Team Title match. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, a.k.a. The Field, versus the Half-Field. The Half-Field.
Healed. The healed.
The Healed, yes. Oh, nice one. That's it. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, a.k.a. The Healed, versus Cesaro and Sheamus. And I know neither of you two is really going to care about this, right? But I'm going to bring it up. Sheamus.
Here we go.
Hey, do you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah, Celtic flag or Celtic crest.
Sheamus had a Celtic crest on his gear. Hail, hail, Sheamus. Hail, hail.
So this match was actually quite good.
I was just going to say this. Cesaro turned face in my mind when he destroyed the beach.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Fuck
absolutely.
the beach balls. Fuck the beach balls.
But plus, like, that was quite impressive, just the way that he like just genuinely ripped it in half, and it's like, I don't think I would be able to do that. He must have some serious fingernail strength to just be able to just go. Brah!
Nah, I think it should be easy enough. It's just like a fucking slightly thicker balloon.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Next episode, we'll record a wee video. I'll get a beach ball and see how easy it is for you to rip one in half.
Okay.
Game on.
While you're wearing your fucking dress.
I'll tell you what, right? Let's make a deal.
Uh-oh.
I'll rip that.
No, because after the last fucking deal we made, and you're still not fucking done that one yet.
Because we haven't fucking live streamed. I said I'll do it in a live stream. We
could have
be
live streamed the last episode we done, but you didn't fucking do that, did you?
Could be though.
Yeah, we could have. It was just us two, so we could have easily have done it.
Yeah, but it was us two drunk again. From the start.
We're always drunk.
Okay, I'll tell you what, right? I'll do 2 episodes of Redress if I can't rip a beach ball.
Okay.
But if I can rip the beach ball,
And
quits.
if you wrap up the beach ball, you have to wear the beach ball as a hat.
Sorry, repeat that. The line went.
Chris crashed. Yeah, aye. No, so you just kind of stopped.
Yeah, your
so-
audio went really fucking bad there.
All right. So I was saying, right, 2 episodes of you in a dress, and if you can rip the beach ball in half, you need to wear it as a hat.
Right, so if I
Beach
can't
ball
rip
hat.
it in half, 2 episodes of me in a dress. But if I
Aye.
can rip it in half, I only have to wear it as a hat.
And a dress for 1 episode.
In which way did I win there?
Yeah, what's the plus for that?
It doesn't matter. You already lost the bet of where you need to wear the dress.
But I'm offering you a double or
Nah,
quits.
but you wear the beach ball as a hat if he wins.
Right. Okay. I'll wear the beach ball as a hat if he manages to rip it open. But he still needs to wear the dress because he already lost that bet
That's
that we
fair.
made.
But what's,
Him having to wear a
no,
dress.
No. What's the point in a double or quits bet? I have no incentive
It's not.
for that.
I wasn't saying this was a double or quits bet.
I know
I'm
you
saying
weren't, but
you
that
still
was
need to
what I
wear a
was
fucking
offering,
dress.
double or quits.
No, you didn't say that.
I just said if I can't rip it, I'll wear a dress on 2 shows. But if I can rip it, I don't need to wear a dress at all. That's double or quits.
I'm going to find the thickest, hardest, girthiest beach ball I can find.
Bit like Bobby.
See, that was kind of like a dick joke all on its own without you having to mention
Yeah.
stuff about dicks.
So are you accepting double or quits then?
Right, fuck it, aye.
Right, okay.
Hey.
In fact, you've got a beach ball, I believe.
No, you're incorrect. Taco destroyed that.
Ah, fair enough. Because I'd have
Taco convention-
taken great joy in ripping a beach ball mania fucking beach ball up.
Taco couldn't rip up a beach ball, so if you can't do it, then Taco is better than you.
Taco probably is better than me anyway. Except from when Taco was sitting on my chest. When I'm trying to sleep at fucking 7 in the morning after being up to 5. Whilst you're like, I think I could sleep last night. Aye, that's because your cat was doing my fucking nutting all night.
Yeah, that is true. You gotta see anytime that anyone sleeps over like on the couches, like he always bothers the people in the living room, which means I get a fucking sleep for once. But every other night, I need to deal with Taco.
It's the only reason I get invited over.
I don't doubt that. No.
Right.
Because
anyway,
going over your house takes like
Anyway.
fucking hour.
Back to the match. The Field versus Jason Cesaro. Cesaro ripped a beach ball. Fucking legend.
Yeah, that was class.
But then lost the match, and Ambrose and Rollins are tag team champions.
Yeah, hell of a fucking ovation for that win as well.
They're getting massive shouts out. Like, basically, Raw and WWE is going big about the fact it's like the second coming of the Shield. But I was quite happy with a lot of stuff in the match, like fuck it, I'll say that again. Sheamus and Cesaro hitting the Doomsday Device. That's the one. Hitting the Doomsday Device. That was good. Basically, Ambrose and Rollins hitting suicide dives at the same time. That was good. Basically, a lot of good stuff in this match. You know what I mean? Like, Sheamus hitting Ambrose with a bro kick. Smash. I like that. There's a lot of good stuff in this match. I liked it.
Yeah, no, it definitely was one of the much better matches on the actual proper card.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
But still.
It's just like at this point, like I was kind of distracted over like all the kind of guff. At this point, I probably didn't pay as much attention as I should, but from what I was watching, like it was enjoyable, and the ending was really good when they actually won. And the ovation they got when they won was fantastic as well.
Which is good. Like the pop they got on Raw last week, where they finally held out the fists, and the noise was unreal.
Yeah, I know. Like, this is the thing. I kind of don't want Roman Reigns to join back up with him.
No.
Apparently, I didn't notice this at the time, but I've read this a few different places. Apparently, they were all wearing the same, like, trim of colour. So, like,
red?
So, like, Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns all had red trim in their gear.
Where would Dean have red trim? Because he wears a t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
Well, you said it was red. I don't know. Like I say, I didn't notice it, but I've seen a few people saying.
I just assumed red because
they were all essentially wearing the same fucking colour scheme. Basically, put it that way.
Right.
See, I would just love the fact is they have Dean and Rollins as champs, done well. Then Ambrose turns heel. Happy with that.
Which is the way I think it's going. They're going to build to Ambrose and Rollins in New Orleans, I think.
Aye, that's good the way it is. I mean, it's slow building story. We're invested. It's got all you want into it. There's enough tag teams in the Raw tag team division for them to carry on as tag team champs before they do basically like sow the seeds of actual betrayal or just revenge type thing kicking in. I would love that. I'd be happy with that. That'll work for me.
Completely. I'm on board with that.
Yeah. Actual storytelling on WWE. What the fuck?
Right, we'll try and get through these next three matches relatively quickly because time's getting on and we've still got Takeover to go through. So, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens. What was your opinion, Mr. Hermit?
I was quite happy. I think, you know what? Didn't mind it. I mean, it was actually a good match. And they both, as per usual, they all were good. I mean, the best comment I've ever heard in my life, though, was, you can fall off buildings and get back up. You can't get over there for a 3-count, of what Owens said to McMahon, which I thought was brilliant. There was a bit where Owens hit a swinging fisherman suplex from the top turnbuckle. That was class. There was really, you know what, is when you've got someone like Owens and you've got Styles in there, you know you're going to have a good match no matter what happens. And it made sense for Styles to retain the title. I'll be blunt and honest, I've said this before to you guys, I've said this on this podcast as well. I would happily have these two, and Shane McMahon for that matter, as special guest referee for the main title than for the US. I think they've got the two of them switched over. But you know what? It's just, you know what? You don't even have to do much with these guys. It makes a lot of sense for these matches. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad. I would like them to have this feud, like rivalry, over and done with now. That's it. And have someone, and the two of them facing someone else now. But this was another good match. Yeah, I mean, in my mind,
Clearly Owens and Shane now.
Yeah, I've heard rumors that it's going to be like for Survivor Series, it's going to be Team Owens versus Team McMahon. That's what I've heard.
As long as the two of them are like leading the teams and they're going to be in the match, which I reckon will probably be the case.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I'm not sure I can see that happening.
I don't mind.
Surely they're going to do Raw versus SmackDown again.
I would. You know what? At least that would make a bit of a change. It would be nice to have Raw versus SmackDown if they're going to go that way. It'd be nice if they did. But you know, I don't know. I would love it for that to happen, but if there's a chance where SmackDown might look strong again, you know,
SmackDown always wins these matches.
But that's the thing. I mean, SmackDown looked strong all last year. And is it coincidence that Raw has been basically looking better and SmackDown's been more shit this year? I
can't disagree with you in that.
Would they give SmackDown an opportunity to even look like they'd be dominant or at least strong? No.
That's the essence of the problem, I think.
But the thing is, I still think I enjoy SmackDown more than Raw every week. Or at least most weeks.
I think that Raw's been better over the last few months.
Yeah.
Last night's show was really dull.
Yeah, I went to bed before it finished. But
there was actually one point, I think it was just before the Jason Jordan match, I actually paused it and went, I'm going to need a break. I'm fucking bored. So I went and listened to a little bit of music and then went back to it. And then after the Jason Jordan Finn Balor match was Sasha Banks. I was like, skip that, don't give a fuck. And then there was the main event, and I was like, oh, we know who's going to win that, so I don't need to watch that for fucking 30 minutes.
The thing is, though, I completely get where you're coming from, but for me, I think the difference is SmackDown's only an hour and 20 minutes of watching. You can sit for an hour and 20 minutes and just kind of take it for what it is. Problem is when it comes to Raw, which is 2 hours and 20 minutes of watching, that's where it gets difficult to sit there for that length of time when you're not enjoying it.
Yeah.
But it also depends on what's happening. Because Raw can be so basic and boring at times, whereas SmackDown seemed to try harder. Remember, there's been a handful of episodes where they've had 3 title matches on one show, and it's like, right, okay, well, that's given me some interest.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. That's only been recently they've been doing that, though. I mean, the last few months, it really has just been tag team galore, rematches, and that's it. Where the last few, probably the last month is when SmackDown has gone, right, let's kick some shit in gear here and realize, you know what, we're supposed to be doing something.
Mm-hmm. Where
beforehand, for a good 2-3 months, it was just them going, there's another tag team match, there's another this. Case in point, Naomi's basic title run, which was booked for shite because she had her either not wrestling, her and commentating, or her just basically a tag team match without anyone to fight. And that that tells you right there, which, you know what, did SmackDown writers just go on holiday or did they just get drafted to Raw? Because that's getting good.
Naomi was never in a feud for her belt. She literally sat about and watched as we're going to have a number one contenders match. Oh, this bitch won. Okay, she's going to fight you now at the next pay-per-view. That was that.
A champion is only as good as their opponent that makes them it.
Mm-hmm.
Same way that hero's only good as their villain. And that's the only thing I can think of is, you know what? That's why, you know what, half of SmackDown's champions aren't that interesting to watch. That's why we're now so invested in the AJ Styles Kevin Owens match, because they've actually got personality. It does look like they actually give a fuck, and it is a rivalry. Where you've got Jinder Mahal versus Orton. That was the most dullest feud ever, where One looked like he couldn't get a fuck, and the other one looked like he was just happy to be there. And that's it. Which one of them was lucky enough to be there? That's it. And that's the thing you've got at the moment where SmackDown has just got, where at least the fact is on Raw, which I would never think I would ever say this if you compare it to last year, you've got people that actually give a shit. And you've got people that want to entertain, and you've got people that want to go, yeah, not saying that SmackDown doesn't have people that entertain, but it's just the fact is the writing keeps on holding them back. Where in Raw, it's like they've been given a chance to go, right, this is what we want to do. But I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. As I said, it looks like the SmackDown writers from last year has been traded off to Raw.
Yeah, that's the impression I get. Right, we'll get moved on because say time is starting to rapidly run out.
Raz, take it.
Can we just not talk about this?
You can if you want.
Well, I don't have to talk about it.
No, I'm saying you can not talk about it if you want.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about this. So I'm just going to mute my microphone and let you guys go. I presume you know which match it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's shit. Okay, am I doing the talking on this? Because I thought you were just going to call abuse.
Oh no, I was cracking my fingers there. I was getting ready to get like deep into this.
Oh, we're going to get deep into it. Fuck that. I can sum up into one word. Fuck. That was it.
Yep.
Go for it. Your turn. That's all I've got to say about it.
Right.
I can't.
Even in a kayfabe sense, at this point, seriously, you're going to still have the fucking Singh brothers out there when all they do is legitimately run in every match, and then every match ends the fucking same. It's the two of them run in, guy gets distracted. Oh, there's the Colossus, the shittiest finisher in the wrestling. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's over. And not only that, but then you look at Nakamura, who's fucking made a career of strong style, having fucking his entire head battered in, kicked in the face constantly, blood everywhere, loses to Jinder Mahal's shitty little finisher.
Botching move.
Oh yeah, not only that, he couldn't set the fucking thing up either.
That's, you know what? I'll jump in with this one. You know what? I do not get the whole, like, everyone's whose argument, because you know what? I'll be blunt honest, I was one of them people that sat there and you know what? We'll give it a chance. It's clearly failed. Reason why is because you know what? If you're going to have a champion that goes, oh my God, he has to cheat all the time, fine, as a heel, he's supposed to do that. But he's supposed to have an element of basic champion credibility. Case in point, what's called Seth Rollins, when he was actually a champion. People thought he would have a shite title reign because that's what he had. He had the two sidekicks who constantly jumped in and helped. Damaged his reputation massively. You had previous...
Sometimes though, Rollins won on his own.
There you go.
Jinder Mahal has not won one match on his own since becoming champion. Like even the fucking number one contenders match, he won. He needed the help of the Singh brothers.
Well, here's the point, right? The entire point of the argument that everyone says this for is the fact is because he's representing India. He's representing this country to do that. Do you think they are being represented that way? If you want to go with that argument, do you think they're going to be represented that way or they have to cheat to win all the time? Doubt that very fucking highly. The fact is, if you're going to turn around and go, this is the man that's holding this country, they're holding him up on his shoulders and all the rest. No, they're not, because you know what? You're not portraying that champion as a champion. You're portraying as someone who constantly ducks, dives, hide, dodgeball, basically all the rest of it, just tries to hide the stuff. You know what? It would be so much easier if it was someone who was credible in this point, because the example that people have been using now, oh, he deserves it because he showed up to every match and he's been there. So did fucking Kurt Hawkins. And he's not going to be a fucking champion anytime soon. And the thing is, that's when you look at it just going, the match felt unfinished. It was basically built up to an absolute nothing. And it there was no need for this. If this match is going to be the beginning of a feud, you'd expect something a whole lot better.
It didn't come out of second gear for a start.
Aye.
Like, it was plodding along and then it just ended and that was it. Like, all three of us sat and watched that. We seen the Colossus get hit, and we were all like, "Oh, come on, Nakamura's kicking out of this," and then he just didn't, and we were like, "Was that a fuck up there?" And it just ended, and it really made Nakamura look incredibly weak, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And I think that's more what I'm actually angry about, as opposed to Nakamura not winning. It's just the way that made Nakamura look so weak.
Yeah. There was so much about it. It was just shitty booking, shitty planning. And hold on, here's the best way to look at it. The next match we're going to talk about had everything that match didn't have.
Yeah.
Apart from a few other people. But talking about the atmosphere. And case in point, these are two championship matches that represent the highest point of each brand. And you looked at one match and watched that other match and thought, fuck yeah, that's amazing. And the other match you sat there and thought, I could have taken a big shit and it probably would have been equivalent of that match. And that's something I never would have ever said about a Nakamura match before. Ever.
A lot of people says that Nakamura versus Corbin at SmackDown's last pay-per-view was like Nakamura's worst match, but I would say this was even worse.
Yeah. I totally agree with you.
At least Corbin is somewhat capable. And maybe the two of them just had an off night, or they didn't have a lot of chemistry or whatever, but at least like Corbin can go slightly.
Yeah. That's it.
I really hope that Chris hasn't like went offline or something like that, and I hope we're still recording.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm still here.
All right, cool. No problem.
I should go to the next match because this one's depressing the fuck out of me.
Yeah. I just hope he's not masturbating or something. That's why he's turned his fucking camera off.
Are we going to the next match then?
Yeah.
I just turned it off to continue the illusion that I was gone because I didn't want to talk about this.
All right.
No, but as soon as you disappeared, I got worried that like the recording had stopped. So like that 10 minutes that we were talking, I was like, are we still recording?
No, we are. If we weren't, I would have texted you or phoned you to say like it's all going tits up.
Cool. Okay.
But yeah, we're all good. Right, main event, Fatal 4-Way. This match was fucking awesome, and the only match on the card I can say was awesome.
It was.
Do you know what they should do? If Nakamura does get another shot, put the Singh brothers in a shark cage, because that seems to be the new thing that they're in love with.
That always works.
Yeah.
Singh brother in a pole. Grab him and use as a weapon.
Actually, see, be honest, the Singh brothers are probably so small, they'd probably be able to fit through the fucking bars like Enzo did, so it wouldn't even make any sense.
Here's a novel idea.
Go for it.
Rather than
Ban
put
them from ringside?
Yes, and if they turn up and interfere, Jinder loses the belt. Problem solved.
So even if you'd done that once and Jinder legitimately won, maybe I would even slightly take him seriously as a champion, but I can't. You've gave me no reason to take him seriously, ever, and I've constantly been saying that. It's not because I hate Jinder Mahal, but maybe I could have slightly showed him some fucking respect if you made him even look slightly like a champion, someone that can actually put away people on his own without help. Like, okay, right, they're good to be there for a bit of backup, but at least give him one match where he can fucking win. The one time they barred the Singh brothers from ringside, he fucking lost, and that's even worse, I would say.
Yeah.
Because it goes to show you can't beat anybody.
Yeah.
So he lost 2 weeks ago to Randy Orton. Singh brothers were barred from ringside, and then he was just about to lose to John Cena. And again, I think the Singh brothers were barred from ringside because I don't remember them being there. So 2 matches that he would have essentially lost if Baron Corbin didn't run in without the Singh brothers, which goes to show that he's just a pathetic person that can't wrestle. Kill yourself.
Oh.
Sorry, I got a bit too much.
Yeah.
Got a bit too much.
I'm going to have to agree with Craig there and go, dude.
Yeah. Just tone
Okay,
your...
don't Don't kill yourself, for fuck's sake.
Just.
I got a bit heated.
Plus, that video I showed you before Takeover was quite funny.
What one was that?
The interview.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Fatal 4-Way.
Let's hope that never happens where I have to interview him and he's like, "Oh, I'm still breathing."
Yeah. Guys, you're very good at just like kind of talking your way into trouble.
But see, when I get heated like that, sometimes stuff just slips out.
So yeah, Fatal 4-Way.
Amazing match.
Really good. Although Lesnar should have died.
Is it any different from what I just said?
Because Lesnar get put through 2 tables, then had another one flipped on him.
Yeah, he's not saying he should die. He's saying he should have, as in with the amount of stuff that he got put through. Crazy.
I'm not implying he should kill himself. I'm implying that someone tried to kill him. That's totally different. And that's someone being Braun.
He's not
Fucking
done with him. It's Strowman is just amazing. And who would have thought we would have said that last year?
Oh, totally.
I know. When he got brought into the Wyatt family, and it was literally just like, who the fuck is this fat, useless schlub?
And now he can basically... You know what? The tide changed when he did the kick-up. That was it. The kick-up.
Oh, yeah. See the fact a guy his size can do the kick-up? That's fucking impressive.
The fact is that he actually works hard to actually be this good now. The fact is that you can actually see the difference compared to what it looked like the skill set last year and this year. And as well as the mannerisms, it's obviously someone's turned around and went, you know what? To get you over, you have to work hard. And he's working hard. And that's it. And it's just basically a big year-long storyline of him working himself and realising there's a long-term goal. And that's it. And you know what? He actually looked like he would destroy Lesnar. And that's the thing. I would happily see Lesnar and Strowman in a main event now. Happily.
Which it looks like,
you're going to get it.
We're going to
get it in a couple of weeks.
Well, last year we sat there and went, who the fuck? Why? I would never want to see that. Now it looks amazing.
When it's officially booked for No Mercy.
There we are then. Done. I'd actually happily tune in and see that. I actually might get a network just for that now. Might. I didn't say I would.
Mate, what?
Get the network. Again.
No. Just illegal.
I would just like to make it clear that the Turn Heel podcast does not endorse any sort of illegal streaming. Despite the fact one of your hosts sells it.
Mate.
Watch wrestling.uno.
We endorse paying your $9.99 a month for the network, legitimately, if you can afford to do so.
Not World Gender Champion. Boycott network. Sorry,
I love how that's coming from me, despite the fact that, you know, I'm doing that thing just now.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, but you are the actual voice of normality out of this podcast. So, true.
Where do you go that far?
No, I was going to say we're fucked then, but still. Never mind. It's all good. Anyway, this match being awesome, which it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I won't say what I thought I was going to say. There you go.
There's not much to say other than this was fucking class.
Yeah.
It was just basically 4 guys battering lumps out each other.
Which is exactly what I expected, exactly what I wanted, and exactly what I got.
Yeah. And you know what? See if wrestling could just give me exactly what I expect, exactly what I want, and exactly what I get more often, I would be quite happy.
Yeah, see, you had the nail on the head. It's not the case of always give me what I want, but it's just the fact that WWE seems to never give me what I want.
Yeah.
Takeover gave me what I wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Gives us what we want now. That's the thing.
Seems as if practically everything on SummerSlam gave me the complete opposite of what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But NXT always does that though. NXT, most of the time, NXT always, in a big show environment, gives you what you want. Like, there's only on the rare occasion where you would feel disappointed from a NXT Takeover event. Even in that, there's still key matches you'd sit there and go, that was done right, or that was done right.
Even then, most of the time when I'm upset after NXT event is because like who I wanted to win didn't win, and you know what? That's not exactly bad because that's storytelling.
Not a bad thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, see if everybody we wanted to win won all the time, we probably wouldn't like them anymore because they always win all the time.
They'd be super insert name here.
Yeah, I mean, look at fucking Okada in New Japan. Like, I think Okada's a fantastic wrestler, but Jesus Christ, does he have to hold the belt 11 out of every 12 months of the year?
It's more than that. Is he not now approaching 2 years having it?
Yeah.
No, he lost the belt for a short period. I think he might be at like a year at this point, but he lost it to Naito for like 2 months last year, and then won it right back, and it just seems so fucking pointless. Him and Kushida, Okada and Kushida, constantly holding the belts, and it's like, give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you on that one.
Yeah, pretty much it.
But
I think,
I'm actually quite. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in the span of about the past like maybe 3 years, I would say Kushida and Okada have held their respective weight class titles for about 80% of said 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
They would lose it every now and again to somebody, then regain it like shortly after. It's just that's getting ridiculous. So imagine that in WWE for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
But anyway, Lesnar regained the title, which I'm actually quite happy about. This fucking fly's doing my nutting.
That was probably the only thing I would have to say was upsetting about the match was the fact that Lesnar retained.
Yeah. Oh.
Got it?
I might have.
Get it?
I might have.
Hey.
I potentially did. I can't see a carcass anywhere though, so might not have. I'll report back.
Anyway.
Fantastic. Right, well, after this, why don't we take a musical interlude? You can have a search for your fly carcass, and I can take the washing out because I need to take the washing out.
Right, lads, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to head.
I'm actually thinking this is... I wasn't expecting to go on about SummerSlam for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a two-parter. Do one for the NXT separately.
Yeah, I think maybe we should put our heads together when we're off air and maybe think of a new way to structure this when there's takeover shows.
Yeah, that could be an idea. Because having a two-parter, because even SummerSlam alone, we could do this neighbour, like, because we actually have.
But we've probably got another hour and a half in us just on takeover.
Yeah.
And it's like 11:15 at night.
Yeah. So
well, we would have had plenty of time if you had done it.
This used business.
What?
Yeah, it's just this used business. I was ready at 8 biatch.
So was I.
No, hold on. That's no bully, Chris. Chris wasn't feeling well. And you know what? You want to make sure.
No,
Chris...
let's bully Chris. You should have stopped drinking.
Yesterday. Get your fucking finger out my face.
What have you been doing all day? Like, what? Like, seriously, have you been in the house all day?
Apart from when I went out with Rob earlier on to go for breakfast, yes.
And you didn't think to sleep all day?
What do you think I've been doing?
I don't know, because like it seems as if you've been speaking to us for like half the day.
Wow.
I know, Griz. Can this not be brought up off air?
No. Just like how you've not been wearing the dress, even though we made that bet. I'll continue to bring that up on air.
Wow.
And I've said I will once we do a fucking live stream, which we've not done
and
yet.
I'm calling you out.
Nice.
Well, I'll tell you what. Do you know what? I'm still feeling like shit. So the way I'm seeing it is, fuck you guys. The fuck?
What the fuck are you saying now, bitch?
But you were there.
Yeah?
Now you're here.
Damn right I am.
That's fucking weird. The shit.
Fuck me? No, fuck you.
That's all fucked up, man.
Who needs a fucking paranormal podcast when you're teleporting?
I've got special powers too.
Right, we'll take that musical break now and we'll be back to talk about NXT after this. We're back.
Yeah. I decided I'm just going to stay here for the rest of the podcast anyway.
Yeah, you fucking creepy bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so...
Don't mess with me. You don't want to know what my other powers are.
So, now they've got through the absolute fucking torment that was SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Time to talk some takeover.
Takeover. What? Takeover. What?
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
So, I posted, I don't think I posted it on the podcast page, I think it was my personal page, which only you two guys probably would have seen. But genuinely, I think this is the best takeover yet.
Genuinely?
I fucking loved it.
This was absolutely amazing.
And it wasn't even that I was completely fucked, because I was working before it. I didn't get to yours to 9 o'clock.
But, well...
And we only had 3 or 4 siders before it started.
Let's face it, see, to be honest, the fact that you stayed awake the entire show shows how much you fucking cared.
Mm-hmm.
Which is quite rare if you you know about our previous pedals. The last 3 times.
If shows aren't gripping my attention at that time of night, I go to sleep.
We fell asleep during the pre-show match one time, and then that was it. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's it, really.
But yeah, right, so let's get straight into this then. The opening match was Andrade Cien Almas
El Ídolo
with Zelina Vega, who defeated Johnny Gargano.
But this was a good...
In 13 minutes and 13 seconds. Ooh. Unlucky for Johnny.
But it was
an amazing match. Fucking loved it.
So good.
Even though it was a distraction finish, it was very well done because it wasn't just...
It was such a clever distraction.
It wasn't just like her jumping up and going, boogity boo!
Look at me!
Look at me! Look at these!
Nah, it was a good one. It was a well done, but the fact is it still has Tommaso still in the background, of course he's injured, of course.
Yeah.
But it still lets us know that rivalry is going to continue, and I can't fucking wait for it.
Basically what we're in for is 6 months of Johnny Gargano being reminded that his best pal stabbed him in the back off everybody, and I'm perfectly okay with that.
Like, see, to be honest, I would actually enjoy Johnny Gargano not winning another match
until then,
until he beats Tommaso Ciampa when he returns.
Yeah, I'd be totally into that.
Like, he just keeps talking about, I'm wanting to put all this behind me. I want to go on to the future, yada yada, that whole thing. But then, like, every time he has a match, something related to Tommaso Ciampa fucks him up, and he loses. And it's like, I'm trying to put all this behind me, but it seems as if my past just keeps coming back, and I need to extinguish the past to move on.
Extinguish the past to ignite the future. Yeah, well done, fucker.
A bit of slappers went in the back of my throat.
Oh, you fucked that. You fucked it.
Okay, right, edit all that out. Take 2. Burn it down! There we go. That was
Stop giving me extra work to do. I ain't editing nothing.
Oh, there you go.
I shit.
Yeah, anyone got anything else to add to that match?
Yeah. You know what? Almas absolutely fantastic in this. I mean, like, he's normally been seen probably before as someone you could just skip over, but this match clearly showed just how much he has to offer and how much we should start paying attention. And NXT crowd, not just them, but actually the fans as well, were well into this.
Oh yeah, they were into the entire show.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. This one, it wasn't just, we're going to just chant for Gargano. It was all the way for both, which was top.
Which is exactly what you want. Like, fucking... To be perfectly honest with you, I really wasn't fussed about this match. I was just kind of like... It was the opening match, and I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
But then, like, it just gripped you, and it was like, fucking hell.
3 or 4 minutes in, I was like, here we go.
Hooked.
Like, I see the fact...
This probably would have been the point where you fucking would have fell asleep.
Probably. Probably. Hey, I like my drink. I fall asleep regularly. Fuck you guys.
Fuck's sake, suck it up. Summerslam. I think.
I only slept through 2 matches at Summerslam.
Because I woke you up deliberately because Nakamura was on.
Yeah, I was actually counting Nakamura as one of the matches I slept through.
Okay, so you slept through like 4 matches then in that case.
How?
I don't fucking remember. I was drinking all day. Oh yeah, I'm
pretty sure it was just a tag match I slept through.
I was at ROH before SummerSlam. Might speak about that later.
If we've got time, yeah, definitely. I'd be interested to hear what went down.
I'll just give you a quick rundown. Like, I'm not going to go match by match or it, and just who was there. And
it's good to see Colt Cabana wrestling matches in Ring of Honor again.
Yeah.
Spoiler: Colt Cabana was on the show.
Yeah.
That wasn't like kind of done for TV or anything, was it?
It's going to be. It was recorded for like ROH on demand or whatever.
Right. Okay, but it's not actual part. It wasn't like an ROH TV taping. In terms of they didn't tape 3 episodes of ROH TV.
No.
So I've not like spoiled like 6 weeks worth of telly.
There will be a spoiler that I'll need to do a spoiler warning for later.
All right. Fair enough. Right, so next we had Sanity versus the Authors of Pain with Paul Ellering for the...
And Nikki Cross.
Let me finish. For the Tag Team Championships. The match started off with Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane. Nearly called him Big Damo there. I had to stop myself.
Big Damo.
Killian Dane with Eric Young and Nikki Cross on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But then the strangest thing happened.
Uh-huh.
Where Big Damo and Eric Young switched positions before Damo was tagged into the match.
I keep calling him Damo.
And it then And it then became Alexander Wolf and Eric Young versus the Authors of Pain.
Yes.
Which,
I mean, at least Eric Young is a capable wrestler, but I get the feeling that they kind of think that Damo is pretty much where the money is, so they want him to be the singles wrestler. So they've like Eric Young and Dane have switched positions now. It's difficult.
I think that, like, for me, I wish they'd just done it the way they were originally, the way they just done it like that, as on the Wolf Eric Young, because like it doesn't make sense for Eric Young to pick Alexander Wolf over Dane to be his tag partner. Dane is a big, massive, scary bastard. Not that Wolf isn't, but Dane's a lot bigger and a lot scarier. That's what you would go with. Well, that's what I would go with anyway if I was in Eric Young's boots.
But in my mind is that, you know what, having Dane on the outside to enforce and make sure that anything did go wrong, at least that way you'll have that backup. Where in fact, if you've got 2 of them, you've got him and Wolf, sorry, you've got Young and Wolf, able to control stuff on the inside. You're able to got Damo, well, his name's Damo, fuck, I'm just going to call him Damo, right? Basically got Damo in the back, ready to fuck anyone else up, right?
Which is what happened later on.
Which is what happened. And then you've got Nikki Cross, who did amazing stuff like jump from the top turnbuckle, and then also at one point in the match, which I absolutely loved this spot, was getting a body cross. One of the Authors of Pain caught her, and then Damo just went straight through fucking full force.
Through both of them.
Table, and that was...
What a fucking spot. And just,
Oh, wait, I think we've lost Craig.
Craig?
Still here?
Yay.
Yay, cool. I can see your lips moving there, but there was no sound coming through, so you might want to repeat your last couple of sentences.
Oh, fuck me, man.
Maybe later. Let's finish the podcast first.
I do it later. Fine. Well, I'll say it again.
Yes.
Did I mention the spot earlier?
The table spot?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the rant you were on, was the table spot.
Yeah. It was fucking brilliant then. That was it. It was fucking class. That's all you had to fucking know. It was fucking class. It was jumping from the top turnbuckle onto thingamajig, bumming off the pain guy, Carter, Demo, fucking full force, splash on table spot done. It was amazing.
The fact that Nikki Cross was in the middle of that,
that must have hurt like fuck.
Aye.
And then she's used to be being rounded by Kelly and Dane.
We were doing so well.
Funny jokes.
Funds, we've got them.
Right, that's it. I do actually quit this time.
Right, just you and me, Craig.
Let's do a thing. Do a thing.
And I'm back.
She used to be rammed by Kelly and Dane.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
But that was ridiculous.
Stop saying it.
Twice, man. Stop saying
You said it once. That's enough.
What?
Aye.
They're banging? They're in a relationship?
See, I love how that most people probably didn't know that, and you've just kind of like TMZ'd the fuck out that. By most people, I mean people outside of the UK probably didn't know that.
Well, there you go.
So we'll just start calling you fucking
TMZ.
Griz. Oh yeah, because the Z's at the end. Yes, that works.
No, TMZG. That's it. That's your new name. TMZG.
No, TM Griz, because the Z is at the end of, like, you write it T M and then lowercase GRI, but then the Z is capitalized. TM Griz.
I ain't hashtagging shit out of that. No.
Please don't hashtag the shit out of that.
Hashtag
Please
TM
don't.
Griz. TM Griz.
No.
Hashtag.
See, I noticed that you said, Craig, that when you were talking about the table spot, you referred to them as thingamajig. That's my one concern about the Authors of Pain.
You can't tell them apart.
They kind of have an Uso syndrome about them, and Dash and Dawson syndrome about them.
No, they don't.
No, sorry, not Dash and Dawson. I do apologise. Fucking Blake and Murphy. Sorry, I was wrong there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure which one's which.
I could probably pick Blake and Murphy, but yeah, that is still a bit of a challenge. But yeah, with the Usos and even
the Usos are twins, to be fair. That's maybe unfair to drag them into this.
But I mean, that's the best comparison you have. Because I mean, see, to be honest, like the Bella twins, see when they first started, couldn't tell them apart. Now you can tell them apart.
Yep, there's a very noticeable difference.
Two very noticeable differences.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost medical of how it happens, you know what I mean?
Almost medical.
Yeah. I mean, Nikki Bella has big tits and she's a bit chubbier than Brie. Was that not the two things that we were talking about?
It was one of the two things.
Oh, yeah. And Bree's had a child.
You don't see her fanny on the telly, so how the fuck would you know?
You might. I mean, doesn't it all drip down there after you have a child?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So our meat curtains are like flapping in the wind.
You'd be listening to far too much. My dad wrote a porno.
I was listening to it on the way here.
Really? I wonder how I could tell.
I was literally listening to it on the bus, like, I can't believe I listened to porn on the bus. But it's terrible porn, so that's what makes it funny.
Hey, Belinda blinked.
Belinda blinked.
Hey, so yeah, Sanity defeated Authors of Pain and are the new NXT Tag Team Champions, which I'm fucking well into. Apparently, read into this what you will, but kind of half spoilers here for the NXT tapings, but not really. There is no Authors of Pain on the tapings at all.
Called it. Then I said that to you while we were watching this match. It's like, see, the loser of this match going to SmackDown. It's going to be.
I'm pretty sure they will appear on one of the shows in a backstage segment.
Maybe, but I said whoever loses this tag match is going to be who attacked Breezango.
That's what I was about to say there. They're the ones that have been fucking them up. They finally got an answer of why it happened. And you know what? I would welcome that happily. That'll be it. At least that way they've now got a storyline to use.
Yeah, I'm not against it whatsoever.
Plus, SmackDown's tag team division is pretty terrible right now. I don't mean terrible as in, like, just that really the only people that are kind of title contention right now really are Breezango. Because let's face it, the Ascension and the Hype Bros, they're not really going to do anything.
The New Day are going to get a rematch, though, surely.
Well, that's why I didn't include the New Day in that, because, well, they were just the champions. But SmackDown needs some new blood in the tag division.
Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah. The thing is, it's not that it's bad. It's not that they're bad tag teams. The fact is they've done everything they can with them, with the range of talent they've had for the past almost 2 years. Mm-hmm. And you're absolutely right. New talent is what's needed. And that's exactly it.
Unless they start doing Dillinger and Sami Zayn as a proper tag team, because they were quite good a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually would not be opposed to that. It gives them both something to do, because they're both very absent just now.
And they're both Canadian, so...
Yeah. They can call themselves the Maple Leafs.
Sure.
How long have you
Not quite got the same ring to it as Dishonored. But, you know, it works.
Who's Dishonored?
Well,
yeah, do tell.
Need to find out.
Okay. Stay tuned to find out who Dishonored are.
Right. Third match on the card was fucking Eat, Sleep, Strike, Repeat. Aleister Black versus Hiro Itami.
Eat, sleep, kick, repeat.
Strike.
I prefer that.
Kick, strike,
because
whatever.
he kicks you more than anything else.
Yeah, but Hideo Itami's like the master of striking.
Eat, sleep, Griz, repeat.
And Tommy End's dream opponent as well.
Well, there you
It's
go.
a shame Tommy End didn't get to wrestle him and it was Aleister Black.
I
but,
know.
you know.
It sucks that Tommy End needs to retire and go back to opening up an orphanage in Amsterdam.
To help in El Generico.
Aye.
But yeah,
well, I think Aleister Black might take in more like hookers than orphan children. Orphan hookers.
I really liked that JR was on commentary for this. JR and Morrow. I can't fucking speak. Morrow. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Was pretty cool.
Well, except when JR called him Aleister
No,
Alexander Black.
There wasn't JR that called him Alexander Black. I'm pretty sure it was Percy Watson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, was it? Oh, there you go then.
Alexander Black. Like, the thing is, though, he said it, and for a second I was like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
then you turned round, and I was already in the middle saying Alexander Black. And you were like, alright, so I didn't just hear that? And I was like, no.
Alexander Black.
That's his brother, his tag team. Ooh, what if that's Michael Dante?
What's happened with Dante? I've not seen him booked anywhere in months. Is he injured?
Last time I seen him booked was Target, like a year ago.
No, I've seen him doing stuff in WXW and across the German scene. He's been doing stuff across there. Yeah.
He seems like a good fit for there. I mean, because he always was.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Aye.
Yeah.
But I'd have thought someone like Dante that ICW would, and particularly Progress, would still be all over.
I know.
Don't know.
Dude's a capable
I'm
worker.
kind of thinking that this storyline they've got going in ICW just now with Renfrew is going to lead to Dante coming back.
It would be so much better.
Maybe.
It would be.
And they get Renfrew out of Legion.
Yeah. See, the thing is though, like those new Renfrew t-shirts we were talking about earlier, like fucking love them. But it's kind of like you're under the control of a dark wizard. Why are you releasing Crash Bandicoot t-shirts?
True. Maybe that dark wizard just also likes Crash Bandicoot.
Well. In fairness, he has got his his two. Oh, what's that t-shirt say again?
Minions.
No.
Too real to live, too young to die, or something.
No. It's something about too young to die, but I think it's too unique to die or something like that. It's not unique, but it's too rare to die.
Nah.
That's it. Too rare to die. So he's technically got that. I suppose
Yeah.
that fits into.
Maybe more of these Rick and Morty and Crash Bandicoot ones, maybe for like
Other promotions.
Anything else? Well, the thing is, he's down
ICW
at Clusterfuck down in Pro Wrestling Ulster. He's down that this weekend. He's Target Wrestling is pretty much big there with him, and Main Event Wrestling across in Newcastle.
Craig, when is it that NAK are going to PCW again?
Fuck, starting on the 22nd of September. Because as what's his name said, that was his house, bitch, directly to you. That was it. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I told you about this.
No, you didn't.
You want me to tell? You can tell.
See, just after the Hooligans defended their titles against Aussie Open,
Which was a good match.
Oi. Sorry.
RP announced that they were going to defend the titles against the NAK, and I just fucking exploded, and I was the only person there. And then
He actually was.
the two of them turned round, and when it was like, "Well, see, because you're the only person here," and they just chewed me out, and I was like, NAK.
And then you fist bumped him after he walked away.
Aye, because the two of them came up, and they made a face to me that was funny, wasn't it? And I was like, yeah, fair enough. It was creepy. It was for sure I'm sorry, I'm Scottish.
But yeah, so Alistair Black got bust open pretty early in this match.
Yeah.
Through the awesome striking that the match had pretty much the whole way through.
I'm going to assume that was kind of what he was wanting from this kind of match.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mete Deo looked fucking amazing as a heel though.
I don't think that he's actually got any sort of broken nose or anything like that. I've not heard that he has.
I'm going to assume they were just going with that.
Yeah, but what I did notice, I said this to you at the time, during the match, when the commentary had mentioned that having your nose broken is horrible, your eyes start to water, you can't see. Did you notice there was parts where he was wiping his eyes? As if he was kind of right, commentary's going to be talking about eyes watering and stuff to kind of sell the broken nose. And he was totally going with it and wiping his eyes every opportunity he had and all that. And I thought that was a really, really fucking nice touch.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Alright, because
That's it.
Tommy End knows the business.
Absolutely. It was as if he knew exactly what the commentators would be saying and was just kind of going along with it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go.
Proper selling, actual teamwork, actual, storytelling. Yay! Something we actually get from.
Both guys look good in the match.
Yeah, Itami actually looked the best he's looked in a while.
Absolutely. Plus, I think a new heel Itami is exactly what
That's what he needs.
what he needs
Yeah.
to fucking
Babyface
head for.
Itami's done now.
Nah. Nah, I'm all for a heel Itami reign now.
Yeah.
It's because of his reactions with it. Being a heel, he actually does get the reaction. It's actual something.
Oh yeah.
Where
Plus the whole addition of him just constantly screaming about "show me respect, I demand respect," and it's like, well, let's face it, yeah. In some ways, he really has lost a lot of respect for the people because he's not been there, and so people don't care about him anymore. So I guess you don't really respect him, and it's like, right, he's demanding respect now, so you better show him respect, or he'll kick your fucking face off.
And that's it.
I'm looking for a glove so I can challenge you to a duel after that. I
Why?
don't have a glove.
Use his hat. Behind you.
Don't touch my fucking hat, you whore. Why are you slapping me? I don't get it.
I'm not slapping you yet. You've not put your hand down to allow me to slap you.
This is really annoying and terrible fucking audio. You missed.
Damn it.
You missed, you cock.
What
And you pulled your headphones out. You can't hear it, and I'm saying you're a dick, 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 you're a dick.
Can I sit and fucking hear you? I'm in the same room as you.
Fuck.
You teleported here, remember? Yeah, so Alistair Black got the win over Hideo.
Hideo?
Hideo.
It's Hideo.
Oh, Hideo.
Hideo.
It's fucking no. Do you know what? I'm going to fucking stand up for that.
It's Hideo.
I'm going to stand up for that. That's fucking weird American pronunciation. I can't even say pronunciation. I can't pronounce pronunciation. Fuck me, I'm defeated.
It's pronunciation.
Shit.
Pronunciation.
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 Because you're pronouncing it.
Pronunciation.
Al Brown cow. There you go. That's pronunciation. Enunciation.
Pronunciation.
Yeah, but it's pronunciation, isn't it? That's the word.
Aye. Aye.
Aye, so see, fuck you, Griz.
Hideo.
Asuka versus Ember Moon.
This was fucking class.
This was the greatest match in the history of matches ever, and I was so disappointed in. I nearly said Dallas there. So disappointed in the match in Orlando, but this fucking made up for it.
Oh yeah,
tenfold.
These two were fucking amazing.
It was like you genuinely believed this was the closest Asuka's ever came to losing that title.
I thought she was going in losing it.
I thought she was as well.
Genuinely, and I was like so worried because like. Ever since the last Ember Moon match, I was like, oh god, this is where she loses it, and then she won. I was like, all right, hold the fucking train there. Let me on, right? You get off. I'm driving this fucking train there. And ever since then, like, I mean, I've always loved Asuka. As any listeners will know that I could not stop talking about her because she's a sexy, awesome, dismantling bitch. But yeah,
she's a good-looking gal. You know.
Oh yeah. Wait till you see some of the videos I've found on the internet.
Okay.
Thanks for that, Griz.
Of her, I mean.
Well, I figured you were talking about her.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to know why you were looking for them in the first place.
That got creepy.
Nah, never mind. I was going to crack a really fucking distasteful joke there.
I'd go for it.
No, I'm not going to.
Why?
You do the tasteful jokes, he doesn't.
Please.
I'll crack it off air, right?
Hope you why don't you just crack in the toilet while you're away?
Alright. Yes, I'm going for a pee. But at least I'll be quiet when I come back, unlike you. You're like fucking. Like you sit down in your chair and you're like. Make colours of noise. Yeah, that's right. That's what you do, Griz. Fuck you, buddy.
At least I fucking watch the shows, you cunt.
So for the fans that didn't miss it, it was a fantastic match. Basically, one of the best matches that Ember Moon has had in NXT. Probably the best match he's had in NXT. Both looked really strong. Probably one of the best women's matches we've had in NXT so far. And yeah, absolutely what the guy said already was the fact is it's probably the closest to Asuka's actually looked like losing the title, which there was so much great highlights in the match. You know what I mean?
I mean, it goes to show how rough the fucking match actually was. The fact that Asuka broke her fucking collarbone and still won.
But that's the thing, as she said, the title to her means more than bones. And that's the thing, which, you know what, it shows you how tough she is, it shows you how tough Moon is as well, and it does brilliant for both of them. And that's the thing, I mean, the way they built Moon up has been slow building in that sense where, you know, they've been progressively building up to be big, and then, you know what, first match we saw, I'll admit it, you and I both sat there probably thinking, oh, she's alright, it's not a massive big, and this match ticked all the boxes. It was everything we need to see for a match. Anyone watching it, kick it out. Everyone at the end of the seat. What the fuck is happening with you, man?
He's standing in his own jeans, so he couldn't fucking move.
No, I wasn't. I got my foot caught in the phone charger cable.
Alright, that's even worse.
I was trying to come back subtly, and then I just tied myself up.
Aye, so you talk to me about being subtle, and then you fucking almost deck it.
But good match. Excellent match.
Have we discussed this is, again, technically a spoiler from the NXT tapings, but it's literally all over the internet, and I don't think there's anyone that doesn't know about it yet.
Even on WWE.com, so...
And if you don't know about this, and we're about to spoil it for you, then get out of that fucking rock you're living under.
Not the rock, unless, you know, you're like his girlfriend.
But yeah, Asuka is no longer NXT Women's Champion. I'll let Griz take this one because he seemed visibly upset by the news.
500 plus days as champion coming in end, and don't know what I'm gonna do with myself anymore. Asuka, I love you.
Probably watch the videos, mate.
That's good idea.
Yeah, less said about those videos, the better. I've already had one cease and desist order for WWE. I don't need a fucking another one.
It's alright, that video wasn't put out by WWE.
Yeah, but still. They may ask us not to make it public.
It's pretty fucking public. It's on the internet. I mean, let's face it, fucking Lana's naked on the internet, so...
Hey, that was in a movie. A genuine, real movie. That's art.
Still naked.
Don't get me wrong, I think anyone naked's art, but, you know.
She had cokes knocked off her tits by Colin Farrell. I think it was Colin Farrell.
What's this?
Damn it.
Lana?
Lana?
What movie was this, though?
I don't fucking
I don't
know.
know the name of the movie. Yeah, Lana was an actress before she was a wrestler.
I've seen the scene about 1 million times, but I don't know the fucking film it's from.
She's in a movie with Colin Farrell and he snorts coke off her tits in the film.
Yeah.
Alright.
And there's no clever camera work or anything like that. Nope, they're right there.
Yeah.
Alright, fair dues.
It's not hard to find. That's what Google's for.
Yeah.
And that's Bubba's tip of the evening.
CJ
Brought to
Perry.
you by Strongbow.
Go mental.
Yes. So yeah,
Next,
Asuka's
Okay, so now
injury.
Now the real question. What do they do with the belt? Because you've got potentially 3 or 4 options here. You could either do a tournament between the NXT women's roster,
Too soon.
or just be like, okay, Ember Moon, Nikki Cross, and Ruby Riott, the 3 of you are going to wrestle when whoever wins is the new champion.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Royal, or the winner of the Mae Young Classic becomes the new NXT Women's Champion.
Well, as I've said in this podcast a few times,
And we have spoke about this.
Stephanie said in an interview that the winner of the Mae Young Classic gets a belt, but she didn't say which belt.
Mm-hmm.
There's not going to be a mid-card NXT Women's Championship.
Makes no sense.
Nah. So I think whoever wins that...
Unless you bring in like 20 women at once.
Whoever wins that is going to be NXT Women's Champion, I think.
Yeah. I would prefer that. Because it makes sense now, because it's like, it's literally somebody brand new coming into the company and they're like, right, I'm NXT Women's Champion, and then like Nikki...
No! I'm the NXT Women's Champion! God, I miss Team Hell No.
I know. I wish we had a podcast back when they were champions. But yeah, so they can come in and be like, I'm the new NXT Women's Champion. Then Nikki Cross can come in and go like, who are you? I'm the NXT Women's Champion.
That was pretty pish.
I know. I'm not good at it. I can't do accents.
You really can't do accents. But again, we've had this conversation. That's about the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
Ruby.
That's actually pretty good as well. But yeah, you're pretty shit at accents.
for you, Ruby.
But yeah, I would love it to be the winner of the Mae Young Classic becomes NXT
I
Women's
think
Champion.
it's a great idea. And plus, like, as horrible as it sounds, couldn't have came at a better time. But I'm going to assume that maybe Asuka was going to relinquish the title anyway.
Yeah, I think that was always the plan. So, because like basically, I haven't watched the footage of what happened, but the gist of what I've got from it is the injury's not really mentioned. She's basically just went, I have no competition here, which is the way it should have been done.
I've seen photos and she's not got her arm in a sling or anything like that.
Yeah.
And for a broken collarbone,
I'm starting to think that might be a worked injury, by the way.
I've seen the X-ray photo of what she put up on Twitter. I think it was, where she said that was her victory bone or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was exactly along those lines. But
my victory bone is.
But one thing you can say though is, you know what? One thing that's so good about NXT we've got at the moment is unpredictability, where we don't know if it's going to be a 4-way involving the women of the Mae Young Classic. We don't know if it's going to be a 3-way. We don't know if the Mae Young Classic will win out of that, take the title. That's something we've never had of pure unexpected, well, basic unpredictability. That's a word.
Unpredictability, yeah. But I mean, like look at the Cruiserweight Classic though.
Well done, Barney. Even
Thank you.
that's a new one.
Possible.
Possible.
I mean, look at the final of the Cruiserweight Classic though. There was no announcement that there was going to be a Cruiserweight champion until the final, where they were like, the winner of this match will not only win the Cruiserweight Classic, they will become the Cruiserweight champion. So maybe that's what they'll do. They'll just get to the final match and be like, oh yeah, by the way, the winner of this match, not only will they win the Mae Young Classic, guaranteed NXT contract, and the NXT Women's Championship.
I think what will happen is the final. I'm assuming the final is going to be 2 semis and a final. Semi. Yeah, 2 semi-finals and a final, live on the network. So I'm guessing that the show will probably open with Stephanie coming out and announcing that the winner becomes NXT champion.
So I'm trying to figure something out here. That's why I'm doing stuff.
Unless they do it in a backstage segment on the first episode, which airs this Monday.
Yeah, that's what I was a bit talking about. Like, right, so this Monday, 4 episodes are going to air, like, or be on the network. So we've got first 4 episodes, next 4 episodes are next week. So I'm trying to figure out, is all of the 32 down to 16 going to be in these first 4 episodes? And then, so the next 4 episodes will be 16 down to 8.
No, I would say 16 down to 4.
Yeah.
Aye, so yeah, 16 down to 8.
Down to 4.
I know, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Aye, like first episode 16 down to 8, then 8 down to 4. So you reckon semi-finals, final, and the final night. So 4 episodes. Let's see, the 16 down to.
Is there not 32 involved?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So do you reckon?
So it'll go 32 down to 16.
That's what I said.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then it'll go 16 down to 4.
Well, 16 down to 8, 8 down to 4.
No, I'm talking about in the space of the block of it.
I know, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. But you keep saying it like that, it's fucking me up.
But that makes sense, Craig. Does that make sense? Going to back me up here.
Yes.
It's just confusing me a wee bit because you're missing out the middle bit. But the whole point I'm trying to make is like, right, so the first 4 episodes I reckon is going to be the 38 down to 16.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got the next 4 episodes. So how are they going to work, right? So it's the 16 down to 8. So I reckon the first 2 episodes will be the 16 down to 8.
Yeah.
And the second 2 will be the 8 down to 4.
Yes.
So maybe you'll just have 2 long matches each show.
No, I think what they'll probably do is, because they've got all these women here anyway, they'll just put a couple of exhibition matches on.
Yeah, maybe.
Like non-tournament matches, maybe a couple of tag matches.
Aye, I mean, like, that's, like...
They're all there anyway, do you know what I mean? So they might as well fucking use them.
Aye, what the fuck not. Plus, I reckon they're going to do shit like that for the final as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final will probably be a 2-hour show with...
But it's getting recorded after SmackDown, though.
Oh, is it?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I was not aware of this. I thought it was just getting done at Full Sail.
No, it's in Vegas. It's in Vegas, and apparently it's meant to be recorded after SmackDown on Tuesday.
Right, the final will be a 3-match show then. It will be semi-final,
Maybe
exhibition,
and then final.
final.
I reckon it'll be an hour.
Yeah, well, it'll be an hour if it's after SmackDown.
But what happens with 205? Are they just going to take a week off?
Yeah, they can't take a week off though. So that is.
Are you sure it's not going to be after Raw?
No, it's on a Tuesday.
Raw's 3 hours.
It's on a Tuesday.
That's bizarre.
I know.
Unless they're just going to do what they do sometimes and just do a double 205 live taping.
Maybe.
I just have that over and done with the one
week
week.
before.
So, like this Monday, 4 episodes. Next Monday, or the following Monday, 4 episodes. Following Tuesday, live final.
Fuck, that's quick. Quick turnaround. I like that. I'm a fan of that, Vince. Well done.
I know, like I love the Cruiserweight Classic, but my god, it drug on so long. I was just like, oh my god, I just want to see who wins. So, getting to binge watch it is going to be amazing. And also on Monday, non-wrestling related, Death Note on Netflix.
Nope.
Monday's going to be the best.
Nope.
Shall we go on to the main event?
2 seconds. No.
Okay.
Death Note version of Death Note. Nah, don't be one. Look shit.
Do you look shit?
No, you look
How
shit.
can you tell?
Turn the light on.
What? Exactly. I'm fucking dark right here. You can't see shit.
I know that's what I was saying. I was just saying, how can you
I
tell?
can see like half of your face.
You actually look kind of like Two-Face with his shirt on and the only half face. And I'm just waiting for you to lean over into the full light and be like, "Yeah, it's Batman."
Just hang some spaghetti over your face.
I leave nothing to chance.
Ping, ping.
So yeah,
Anyway.
main event.
Yeah.
Okay, my first complaint and my only complaint of the main event.
Dullest match on the card.
No, not quite that.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, it was. But at the same time, that's really hard. Like, the rest of that card's so hard to follow.
Yeah.
And when was the last time the NXT title match was the best match in the card? I was thinking about this, and I think it was when Sami Zayn beat Neville.
That's fair.
Maybe.
Anyone got
Maybe.
a better option?
Not off the top of my head, but that may be a thinker.
The only one that stuck out in my head was the show from Beast in the East, which was mainly for the hype though. Was Balor and Owens.
That wasn't the main event, though.
Was it not?
No.
Oh shit! No, well, I just fucking punched it
It was
myself.
a
I
fucking
get you.
tag match was the main event.
Oh yeah, John Cena. They've done 3 minutes. of
Was
work.
it? Fuck. Oh, don't say that, man. That reminds me of that shit, and I really don't want to remember that shit.
Yeah.
He's a cock.
My one and only complaint about this match.
Oh god, here we go.
The fucking Pipers were Irish. They weren't even subtly Irish. They were wearing green. They had clovers all over their fucking drums. They were fucking Irish. Not Scottish. Irish.
Yep. You can't argue that. You can't argue that point. You can't.
I was kind of buzzing for the intro when they introduced them. And then they came out and the fucking bagpipes aren't even actually a thing in Ireland. That's fucking even worse.
But on the plus side, right result, good match, and the right result for NXT, and the right result for what's happened. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Like Griz says, the match was pretty dull. And I do agree with him to an extent. But it being dull made what happened at the end so much better.
Exactly. I mean, in fact, I'm not going to touch on that yet because I'm assuming we're going to discuss that at some point.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
But the thing is, when you think about just how far Drew Galloway has come now from being the guy who got ousted from WWE before, that's ICW World Champion. He's now was Evolve Champion, was multi-champion all across the world.
Yep.
Basically. Then now at this point in time, he's now become the actual NXT World Champion. It's been defended across. So there you go. That is an amazing feat when you think about it as well. And then when you think about it, they basically use that as a stepping stone for what we're about to discuss as well. When you think about it, that's incredible.
I'm very much hoping that Drew, once he drops this NXT title, goes to the main roster
And 3MB is reformed.
and genuinely wins a world title there.
Yeah.
Not the in fact, no, do you know what? Fuck it, controversial opinion time. I don't class the NXT title as a world title.
Well, you shouldn't, because in their terms, it's a development. Fuck it, I can't say words.
I know it technically meets the criteria to be a world title, but it's not referred to as such.
Because a developmental style place, and that's what it's supposed to be. However, that's when you sit there and
your
go,
Skype
there's other
connection just
promotions
went
across
there and
the
you sounded like Daffy Duck. It was hilarious.
Shut up. Fuck this shit, man. But no, it's like you've got other promotions that sit there and go, they're world champions. You're like, how is that a world champion when you've not been outside your one country?
Yeah,
Or one state for that? Huh?
Yeah, PWE.
Oh yeah, fair point. But yeah, no, I get this criteria
At
and
least
stuff.
ICW is kind of justified.
Well, it is because it meets the criteria. It meets the NWA criteria. And so does Progress title.
Yeah.
Which kind of so does the Atlas title as well.
Has
But
that-
that would be really bizarre though.
The Atlas World title.
The
makes
Atlas
no
World
sense.
title, yeah.
Yeah, I thought of the Atlas title before I thought of the Progress title.
No, the Progress title has. Not to the extent that Drew defended the ICW title, but even Pastor William Evra, or Believer, why did it take me so long to get that? Even he defended it outside the UK.
Oh, there you go. See,
Not
Lionheart,
as much fanfare as
Lionheart,
ICW
that's
did
what you
it,
need. That's what you need to do. You need to put your belt on an import.
GCW did that as well.
It wasn't an import.
Yeah, he was also never PWE champion.
Yeah, I know, but you're saying you need to put it on an import. Well, you don't.
Then they put
You
an
put it on
import.
someone that gets booked outside the country. It
Yeah.
doesn't need to be an import. In fact, actually, one better, Pastor William Evra actually came through Progress's training school. He was homegrown.
There you go.
Yeah.
He was grown out of some seeds.
Yeah. Mr. Smallman's seeds.
Ew.
Has anyone heard the fiasco
What?
of the Progress shows in America?
Oh,
What?
something happened. What was
The bus company, like basically they did their show in New York, right? They did their show in New York. Show was good. Apparently it was really, really, really fucking hot in the building though, because the air conditioning broke. Right, but after the show, they booked a bus to come and pick up the wrestlers to take them to Boston for the show the next day in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Bus didn't turn up,
Oh, good.
so they phoned the bus company, and the bus company were like, yeah, the bus has definitely left. And they're like, well, okay, when did it leave? And they're like, 3 hours ago. And they're like, well, it's not here. And it turns out the driver stole the bus and fucked off with it. So
long, bitches!
So the bus company didn't have another bus to send them.
No!
So they all had to get what Glenn Joseph on Jim Spallman's podcast this week described as a fleet of Ubers to take them all to a car rental place, right? They got to the car rental place, this is like 2 in the morning, and they're like, oh, we need to rent some cars to get to Boston. And like, sorry, our systems are down, you'll have to wait to 4:30 before we can rent you any cars. So they're like, okay, fine. So there's wrestlers literally sleeping in the car park at this fucking car rental place, right? And then when the systems go up, they won't accept the credit card. They're trying to pay with. I don't know what it was, but they wouldn't accept the credit card. Even like Glenn was like, I don't know why they wouldn't take it, but they wouldn't take it. So like, we can't give you the cars. So they then had to get another fleet of Ubers to take them to a train station to get a train to Boston. And by this point it's like 6 in the morning, and they're like, 15 tickets to Boston please. And the woman's like, I can't issue 15 tickets, it's too many. And Glenn's like, give me 7, then another 7, and 1. Just give me fucking 15 tickets to Boston. So eventually she's like, okay.
15 people?
So she's like, okay. But don't forget, a lot of the wrestlers on it were American imports. Not American imports, but American indie stars.
Over there.
So this was just the Progress guys.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, right, okay. So she's like, I'm going to have to see everybody's ID. And he's like, what? And she's like, I can't sell you a ticket without ID. So they then had to go around and get everybody's ID off them. And done it. Guess how much 15 tickets to Boston from New York costs at last minute?
$1,000.
$2,500.
Fuck.
That bus company's getting sued.
Oh, yeah. That's probably most of the money that they made that night.
That's the incredibly shortened version of that story. If you want to hear the full one, check out this week's Tuesday Night Jaw.
Okay.
With Jim Spallman and the rest of the Progress guys telling the story in full.
Okay.
It's fucking glorious.
That will be my go home listen.
That's fucking mad.
Mental, innit? Yes, sir. Our driver seems to have fucked off with the bus. Pretty sure that's not what they said, but that's what I imagine they said.
Yes,
But
sir.
that's
He should have been there by now. It seems like He's taken the bus and went AWOL. Well, shit.
Brilliant. Not for them, but you know.
Oh, at least at least it was a good story.
Do you know the best thing about the story is though? Everybody on that Progress tour didn't get a good sleep that night because of this bus fiasco, right?
Of course they didn't.
Apart from Jim. Because Jim went with his wife and his kid.
His wife.
So he was staying in a hotel in New York that night and then driving to Boston the next day. Okay. So he just woke up in the morning to like 60 missed calls. And he's like, fucking. And I agree with him, by the way. Hotels should put phone chargers beside beds. They never fucking do.
Yep.
Everyone says that though. It's one of these. As someone that travels about the fucking place, the country, and doing this shit, the amount of hotels I've stayed in that I've had the fucking, like, I've had to go across half of the room to go to a fucking desk that I don't use, because who uses a fucking desk in the middle of the night to go, I'm going to charge my phone. Then at that point I have to go up from my bed to the desk to go back to my bed because some fucker basically phones me up and goes, what you doing? I'm in bed. You know, come to the rest all night. No, I'm coming to bed. Fucking people, man. Tell you, that's fucking hotels that does my
you and Jim will get on well.
That's why I put my phone on silent.
Yeah, that's what you said. He'll put it on vibrate, but because it's over the other side of the fucking room, you can't hear it vibrate.
Exactly. Fucking things.
I think you would wake up eventually if you got 80 or 60 fucking missed calls.
Not when you're dealing with a fucking crying Wayne all night, because you've woke it up when you've come in.
Whose fault's that? Don't have Waynes.
Bit harsh, but okay. Anyway, back on track.
Back on track. Hit your sack.
Oh, I think you were going to miss anyway, but still.
That was funny. I did it.
So yeah, Drew Galloway, McIntyre.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre is the new
NXT champion.
Which I'm very happy for Drew, as we mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that was not to be the main talking point. That wasn't to be the last talking point of the night.
We didn't talk about what happened after the tag match either.
Strange that, eh?
Oh, yes, good point. Mm-hmm. Good point. After the tag match, Red Dragon jumped in.
Told you. I called it.
Kinda did, yeah. Fuck you. But yeah, so after the main event, Red Dragon reappeared on the ring apron.
Yep.
And whilst Drew was distracted, he was attacked by none other than...
actually, wasn't he jumped by?
He was
Red
jumped
Dragon?
by.
No.
Oh,
Red Dragon stood on the apron and
okay.
distracted him.
So...
And then he was jumped by none other than...
Adam Cole, baby!
Yes, it is actually awesome, man. I was right with that one.
But yeah, it was. I actually, do you know, that show was so good, I completely forgot about the Adam Cole rumours.
Well,
there was a couple of times between matches, and I was like, "Oh, Adam Cole." But when matches were on, I was just like,
But see, I think it's because like we all built it up in our heads that it's like, what's Adam Cole doing, sitting in the front row?
Yeah, that's what. That's what I was
That's
expecting.
what we were expecting. So now that Adam Cole just done and running, like, it's completely different and changes the whole face of NXT.
Absolutely. And there is very strong rumours, unconfirmed because I'm not reading spoilers for NXT, but several people are now referring to Red Dragon and Adam Cole as the Dishonoured, which, if true, is an absolute fucking great name for them.
I just wish like that band would let Red Dragon keep the theme music.
The theme music was good. Well, they might, we don't know yet.
One thing though, I'm actually now looking forward to, because as I've said, I'm away to Florida and I've got a front row ticket for NXT. And I think 2 weeks from now.
Camera side?
Yeah, actually, I think I would be camera.
No, it's not allocated seating. It's general admission. You just need to go in and grab a seat.
You're not allocated.
No, I put my name down for front row.
Well, if you got a front row ticket, that's different. But just everything else.
Take a sign saying Turn and Heel Podcast. That Turn and Heel Podcast at YouTube.
But front
Not
rows,
YouTube.
front rows still general admission as well. So you need to get there early to get a camera side seat.
Dude, I'm leaving at 6 a.m. in the morning from fucking Disney World. I'm getting a Greyhound bus.
Greyhound?
Yeah, Greyhound.
Just get a fucking Uber, you cheap
Fuck
bastard.
up. I am fucking miles away from that fucking place, man.
Was it
Uber.
really that far away?
Uber is ridiculously cheap in Florida, man. Like, ridiculously cheap.
I know, that's what I'm doing on the way back. I'm doing that on the way back. But Greyhound literally cost me like £6.
An Uber would cost you £6.
Oh, it doesn't. It cost me 50-something quid.
No, it doesn't.
It fucking does. Disney World is fucking miles away from that place.
Disney Mauer.
Disney World's not far away from where we were staying. It wasn't that expensive. See for the Progress show in Orlando. Cam your fucking tits, Goofy.
Goofy's a dick.
I just wanted to see how long I could do that with the. Just speaking over me.
See the Progress show in Orlando. To be fair though, I do genuinely think this was a fuck up. Right, that was 30 miles from our hotel. You're a manky bastard.
What? It's just some of my beard hair.
That was like 30 miles from our hotel, and the Uber we got out there for the show only cost us fucking $6.
How many people was that between?
Me and Eddie.
Oh, okay.
The driver clearly fucked up the
He
rates.
fucked up.
Big
Well,
time.
don't tell me get a fucking Uber because it costs $6 when that's a lie.
Nah, the Uber's still stupidly cheap. And see, comparing to Dallas was quite expensive for an Uber, but see, Orlando was fucking peanuts.
Nice.
But yeah, do you know what? Get the Greyhound if you like. And if you're looking for some grub before it, there's a Miller's Ale House right beside Full Sail. Right?
Huh?
Yep. Go in there, get the steak, and are you going to be having a beer?
Of course.
Get a steak. Get a steak.
Uh,
Get the large Miller Lite, not Bud Light. Miller Lite, because it's only $3. And then tell them the big guy for Scotland sent you, and they'll look after you.
You'll turn around and go, what big guy? They're all big guy.
They'll turn around and go, excuse me, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave my restaurant.
Give me a beer. Give me a beer.
Yeah, so is it Tuesday you're away then, man, yeah?
Yeah, Tuesday I'm away, man. I'm doing my thing.
Well,
So,
our next episode will be on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Purely because Griz is at a gig on Monday,
Yes.
so we can't do it on Monday.
Yeah. That's cool.
So we'll be a couple of weeks without you then?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Will it be 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Fantastic.
weeks. I know I could try and do it for Disney.
Ooh. Get some photos with Cinderella.
Why?
Because she's hot.
Okay.
Go to Universal.
Yeah, I'm going to Universal.
Go to Universal and get some pictures with Leva Bates.
Oh, she
Nice.
work there?
She works at Universal, yes.
Where does she work as?
Yeah.
Just like a performer, so she just does different things.
Oh.
We didn't see her when we were there because obviously she was off because it was Mania week and she had like wrestling bookings. But yes, according to our guest that week on the podcast, Eddie Sideburns, that's where she works. So yeah, go to Universal and get a photo with Leva Bates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave her
Sounds
Bates.
good.
Leave her Bates alone.
On that fucking disaster of a joke, I've been Chris motherfucking Hughes.
But Griz.
Ho!
Are you just gonna forget that there's a third person in our fucking
I know,
podcast
for
again?
fuck's sake.
I keep forgetting. I was waiting for you to go, I'm Craig Hermit. Then I was going to do it. But no. You sat in silence. So then I'm like,
I
oh
sat in
fuck.
silence.
I've conditioned myself to go, ho! And that's what I
Then
had
I
to
go,
do. Because I can't multitask. Craig Hermit.
Also, the fact that like the last time that there was a fucking a podcast where we fucked all this up, you edited it all out to not make yourself look like a fanny, even though you constantly complain about the fact that you need to do editing. But when it's editing to make you look good, all of a sudden you're gonna get all that out, even though that was a hilarious back and forth between the three of us. What?
Griz.
Ah! Fuck you. Ah, fuck!
What is this feeling? Let's put you in your place. A hot red burning on the side of your face. You feel the blood rush to your cheek. Tears start to fill your eyes. Your lips, they're trembling, but you can't speak. You're trying. Oh, you're trying not to cry. You just got slapped across the face, my friend. You just got slapped. Yes, that really just happened. Well, everybody saw it. Ha! Everybody laughed and clapped, 'cause it was awesome, the way that you just got slapped.